All right, everybody, what's going on, my brony bros? You're my pink brony bros, and you dance at the gay clubs. Oh my God, I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing my man thong down at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on crapping down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. Pink Brony Club. I'm up and my balls are on the floor. Everybody's looking at me, they're calling me a whore. Good morning, Annie. How's it going, my brony bro? My pink brony bros. Oh. I'm just getting everything set up real quick. Thank you guys for your patience. Mucho apreciado. We got Annie in the house. We got Eric Von Erich's probably going to be in the house here in just a second. Eric Von Erich traditionally pops in. Now, if he doesn't, he's probably got something going on. Totally acceptable, by the way. But yeah, no, I want to talk about how I honestly believe that Donald Trump is a swing trader's, in some ways, a swing trader's wet dream because the markets have been so volatile. I've actually taken advantage of a lot of the swings, especially in the silver markets. Silver, I love swing trading silver. I really do. I don't day trade it, I swing trade it. One moment. I prefer to swing trade. I'm a swing trader at the end of the day. So Trump has got some real hard deals on the table. I want to see what those deals are. And yeah, we're going to see what they are. Don't know what they are yet. They could be anything. But let's see. Give me just a moment. Well, what do you guys think we should react to this morning? I'm debating a little bit what we should react to. Oh, California primary election enters the final stretch. Oh,
and Tuesday's primary election is quickly approaching.
Oh,
Californians are
Spencer
voting
Pratt,
on a
baby.
wide...
Spencer Pratt, dude. Spencer frickin' Pratt, dude. That's what I want. I want Spencer Pratt to win the LA mayoral race.
To open governor's race, and the LA mayor's race is also being closely watched. KTLA's Omar Lewis is live at a voting center in Norwalk with more on the elections. We see that voting box right over your shoulder.
Yeah, good morning, Kirk and Megan. We've seen people already using that voting box right here, bright and early in Norwalk here at the LA County Registrar's office. We can tell you the doors open here at 10 o'clock this morning.
Dude, yeah, I'm all for Spencer Pratt, dude. Oh, my God, I'm so into Spencer Pratt, dude. Give me a Spencer Pratt.
And this is the final push to get those California voters to cast their ballots here in this primary election. The drop boxes are ready for you, and you can use them right now, of course. Taking you to the video, more than 600 voting centers are now open in LA.
Wait, there's an Israel Day parade today? What? We got to watch that here in a second.
County, more than 200 in Orange County, 150 in Riverside County, and more than 50 in Ventura County. Statewide, only about 13% of California's 23 million registered voters have returned a ballot so far, a notably low number with Election Day just 2 days away now. And when it comes to turning those ballots in, Republicans are currently leading the pace, while many Democrats appear to be holding on to those ballots, a notable concern for candidates with the Election Day just so close right around the corner.
Oh, man, dude. That's a good sign, dude. You know what that means? You know what that means? God, I hope Spencer Pratt wins, dude. Please. If you guys want Spencer Pratt to win, please double tap your screen to like the stream. If you guys think that Spencer Pratt is a top G, double tap your screen if you think that Spencer Pratt is a top G. Let's go, dude.
In the race for governor, 3 candidates have separated from the crowded field. Democrat and former Attorney General Javier Becerra leading the pack, according to the latest Emerson College poll, followed by Democrat and billionaire climate activist Tom Steyer at 22%, and Republican former Fox News host Steve Hilton also in the top spots in the race. Remember, only the top 2 vote getters advance to November, regardless of party.
This is an exciting election for the people who are paying attention, but a lot of people are not showing up. There is some evidence that Democrats are sitting on their ballots. If you ask people in surveys, if you plan to vote but haven't voted yet, Democrats are much more likely to say that they plan to vote but haven't yet, because there's so many Democratic candidates for governor.
Because here's the problem with the Democrats, though. The Democrats are the party of procrastination. It's very much a personality trait. Think about it. Think about it for just a second. They are the party of procrastination, straight up.
That I think people are trying to figure things out.
I think they're just being lazy and they're not going to turn in their ballot. That's what I think.
In the race
That's
for
okay,
LA Mayor.
That's okay.
The latest UC Berkeley LA Times poll shows it is anyone's race. Incumbent Mayor Karen Bass leading with.
I don't think Karen Bass is going to win this, to be honest. She is the most unpopular incumbent I've ever seen. Nobody wants her to win in LA. Nobody. And granted, I am excited
Laugh out loud
what the results will be. Oh, Chris Rule, thank you for the flow state. Everybody give a shout out to our boy Chris frickin' Rule, everybody. We got Uncle Chris in the house. Uncle Chris Rule is in the building. Uncle frickin' Chris, bro. We got Uncle Chris. Uncle Chris Rule. You guys, make sure you guys double tap your screen to like the stream. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. Feel free to send me a flow state, by the way. That was pretty pimp, actually. Thank you, man. Thank you for that flow state, bro.
With 26%, but City Council member Nithya Raman right behind at 25%, and first-time candidate Spencer Pratt coming in at 22%. All 3 are within that margin of error. If no candidate clears 50% on Tuesday, the top 2, they advance to that November runoff election. Back out here live, we just spoke to Tanya Russell. We'll tell you what she said.
Dude, I think Pratt's going to get above 50. I really do. I really, really do.
Laugh out loud.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Chris. Thank you for the 100 for 2 jewels. Thank you, my brony bro. Appreciate you, man. Mucho, if you guys want to send a gift like Chris Rule did, tap the gift button, send whatever sort of gift you want. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. Thank you, guys.
About the California Attorney General race. She's one of the voters who showed up here this morning.
You really think? Hold
Laugh
on.
out
So
loud.
the one and only thinks that that Bass is going to get reelected. You really think that? Hey, Chris, thank you for the press set for 10 jewels, brother. Mucho apreciado, man. Thank you so much, brother. But dude, come on, man. The one and only. You really think that Bass will get reelected? I mean, it's possible. Look, Los Angeles is very, very Democrat, but I think Democrats are turning on their own party. I think a lot of voters have Democrat fatigue. A lot of Democrats have Democrat fatigue. The biggest enemy to the Democrat Party are Democrats themselves. That's what I believe. Yeah, I know people get pissed off at me for saying that.
Dropping off that ballot, took her picture, had her sticker out and proud. These voting centers like the one here today in Norwalk open.
The one and only says, have you been to L.A.? There are so many dumbasses there. Exactly, and they're dumb enough to vote for Karen Bass. Exactly, they're dumb enough to vote for Karen Bass. I believe that, unfortunately. But hopefully they're smart enough to realize that Spencer Pratt is at least a good alternative to stupidity. He wants to solve some problems that are happening in LA, and I'm excited to see what he does.
Open at 10 o'clock this morning. They stay open until 7 p.m. The ballot drop boxes, they are open until 8 o'clock on Election Day this Tuesday. And if you need any clarity on...
Annie says if there are enough idiots in LA, she could get reelected. Exactly. Chris Rule, yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate those gifts, man. Anytime we get gifts on the channel, it really does help the channel grow. Also, you guys, make sure you guys double tap the screen to like the stream. The more likes we get, the better. But once again, double tap your screen to like the stream if you haven't already. We appreciate it. It does help us out. Yeah, it's awesome. Hold on, I may have to... I'm going to have to close out of the Motive Mix app real quick, so I'm going to be silent for a second.
where you can head and vote. You can check that out at sos.ca.gov. That is the latest for now, here live from the LA County Registrar's Office in Norwalk. I'm Omar Lewis. Kirk and Megan, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Omar, thanks very much. Important information.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. Do you know? Do I want to know? Hold on, my microphone's being a little wonky. Give me a second. The decibel levels might be a little bit crazy for a second, but give me one moment, you guys. One moment. Well, give me just another moment, please. I'm down on my knees.
Information there. And join us Tuesday for Election Night in California. Our special streaming coverage begins at 7:30 p.m., leading up to the news at 10. We have all the big primaries covered, and we'll be joined by our roster of experts. Watch it all live on KTLA Plus and KTLA.com.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay clubs. Oh my God, I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves, wearing my man thong. Yeah, Newsom promised to put a dent. John Stevenson says Newsom promised to put a dent in the homeless population, and it actually increased by 40%. Exactly. That's a problem. That's a problem. It's Gavin Newsom, dude. You know, you guys, if you guys trust a slime ball like Gavin Newsom, man, that's the problem. That's the problem there. I don't trust a guy like Gavin Newsom at all. Gavin Newsom's terrible, by the way. Dems reveal what would be a positive step forward in the Iran talks. Okay.
Very simple. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I'm doing that for the world. I'm not doing it just for us.
That's the president at the White House cabinet meeting Wednesday.
Trump,
he says that is the goal driving this entire conflict.
Yes.
So let's get reaction from both sides of the aisle. First up, Democrat Senator Chris Coons. He sits on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Senator, welcome back. Good to have you with us today.
Yeah.
Great to be on with you, Shannon.
Okay, so we know the president has sent back, the reporting is a tougher new proposal with Iran, but here's what he's outlined so far. No nuke weapon for them ever beyond his presidency. The Strait reopened, no tolls or restrictions, all the mines...
No, absolutely no nuclear weapons for Iran. None. Zero. Completely none. By the way, if you guys are just tired of Iran, I have Iran fatigue. If you guys have Iran fatigue like I do, please double tap your screens to show support. Double tap your screen to show support if you guys have Iran fatigue.
Removed. Nuclear dust unearthed by us and destroyed. No money exchanges hands until further notice. Is that a deal you could take?
Look, if that's the actual deal, he was able to secure a permanent bar on any nuclear enrichment by Iran, and we get visibility and control into their nuclear program and reopen the Strait of Hormuz with no control by Iran ever. That's a positive step forward, but I don't expect him to be able to achieve that. Frankly, Iran is stronger than they were 90 days ago before this war, because
if they were so strong 90 days ago, how come their entire naval fleet got destroyed by us? How come the majority of their military is basically gone? I don't think they're that much stronger. In fact, if anything, I think they're that much more fractured than they were before. That's what I'm thinking.
They've used their cheap and lethal drones not just to close the Strait of Hormuz, but to attack our partners and allies in the region, harming oil and gas infrastructure, hitting our embassies and bases. And we need a stronger, better answer to Iran's ability to close the Strait of Hormuz at will.
Do you think this is a bit of a Rorschach test? Because you had Admiral Cooper up testifying on the Hill. You hear what the president says, the decimation of their Navy, of their Air Force, of their missile programs, which, by the way, they weren't honest with us about just how far those would reach. They were refusing to negotiate about them. I mean, to say that they're in a better position, certainly not from a military standpoint.
Well, I'll agree that their traditional Navy is all sunk, and many of their ballistic missile launchers have been hit, and we've launched tens of billions of dollars of munitions at Iran, killing thousands of people. But their ability to use cheap and lethal drones that they are the world leader at to hit us and our allies and impose costs on us is undiminished. And recent public accounting suggests that a majority of their ballistic missiles are still intact. So frankly, it hasn't been the complete success the president and secretary are saying, and a strategy.
Wait, did you just call the USA and Israel? Why are we the terrorists? First off, Iran has been the #1 state sponsor of terror. Freedom forever. You're a moron. You're a dummy. Freedom, dude, you're an idiot, man. Dude. ET says, great to see you again, Garza. You are the man. I know I'm the man. I know I'm the man, Brony. You don't have to tell me twice. You're the man, too. Just kidding. No, but you're the man, ET. You're the man. I love you, bro. You're a good man. We love ET on this channel. Make sure you double tap the screen, ET. You probably already have, actually. But double tap your screen to like the stream. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. Let's keep going.
Forward to get out of this is going to require us to deal with those drones. Look, Ukraine, Shannon, has proven that they can make cheap and effective drones and drone interceptors in garages and basements. Yep. So while we can use our technological superiority to bomb big factories in Iran, we're not going to be able to stop them from having the power to use their mines to close the Strait of Hormuz and their drones to track us and our allies. We're going to need a tough deal to actually address this new capability that Iran has demonstrated in this war.
If they won't come to the table, do you think there's a point that you would say kinetic action is the answer moving forward? Because we know that they have been shady on some of the things that they've agreed to in the past. And what we're hearing out of their chief negotiator this morning, he's saying they're going to have no agreement unless the nation's rights are completely secured, and they won't believe the enemy's promises. I'm assuming, meaning us.
Well, look, one of the mistakes President Trump made at the outset was to announce that this was a war of regime change. The Iranians have never taken all the actions that they have in the last 90 days because they were holding them in reserve. And so when President Trump announced we were going to kill the Ayatollah, and did, we've now got Ayatollah 2.0 and a more aggressive and less trusting IRGC, if that's possible.
So do you think we can get to a deal with them then?
I don't disagree with that.
Are we going to have to move beyond the diplomacy issue?
I don't think there can be diplomacy with Iran. I really don't. I just don't think you can win with this negotiation. I don't even think we should be negotiating with them, to be honest. I think we should just move on with the operation and continue going. I think it's completely foolish. Oh, freedom is an anarchist. Oh, God. Anarchists are stupid, dude. I'm sorry. Anarchy doesn't work. If you think anarchy is effective, you're a moron. You need some form of governance. Look, as much as I trash the government, I only trash the government because we don't need big government. We need small government, right? Look, I love big business and I love small government. Big business, small government. That's the perfect world for me. I think that's the perfect world for everybody, right? I love businesses. I love the fact that corporations exist. I'm a shill for corporations. I'm not afraid to admit it. All right? I love big corporations and I love big meaty. Oh. No, but really, straight up though. I love big corporations, man. I love big corporations. You know it, bro. You know it. Oh, yeah. Actually, what if we just kept it simple? My Gooner Brony Bros. Let's keep going.
Well, simply launching more and more and more strikes at Iran have limits. We're not succeeding in overthrowing this regime just by attacking them more and more. And we are paying the costs. In this last week that I've been at home in Delaware, the number one thing I hear from Delawareans is about the costs of gas and groceries, healthcare and housing. You just had Kevin Hassett on. Boy, things are really sunny in his America. But what I'm hearing about is real concerns about the rising costs that we're facing and how we're going to get out of this. That requires reopening the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, and we'll see.
Yeah.
We know the president has said reportedly a tough new deal back to them. We'll see if they come to the table.
Yes.
Meantime, I want to look backwards a little bit because you were co-chair of President Trump, or President Biden, certainly not President Trump's, President Biden's national reelection bid. And we're hearing a lot from Dr. Jill Biden, the former First Lady, this morning about all kinds of things that are included in her new book. Now, one of your Democrat colleagues over on the House side, Adam Smith, says he is angry that essentially you and other Democrats were sent out there to defend President Biden when he wasn't in shape to run again. Here is what Adam Smith said this week.
Yeah. Yeah, you defended Biden, dude. You were riding with Biden, dude. Freaking sad, bro. Why is you riding with Biden? I mean, Joe Biden is kind of cool, though. Do you guys think that Joe Biden's the man? I think Joe Biden's pretty cool. Okay, I'm lying. I'm lying to all of you guys. I don't actually think that Joe Biden's the man. In fact, if anything, I think the complete opposite of the man. One of the worst presidents of our time. Okay, hold on. Did that work? Oh, I gotta check something, you guys. My brony bros. We're doing some realignments here. We're doing some new realignments on the channel. We're trying to be cool. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky. I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. Gotta be green, gotta be mean, gotta be everything more. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? Why don't you walk out the door? Getting angry doesn't solve anything. Dude, that's such a good song, dude. I'm a big fan of, you guys remember the singer Mika, though? The guy, that guy's a stud, dude. He's a hell of a singer, dude. One of the best. One of the greatest. One of the goats, dude. One of the goats. Going center horizontal. There we go. Maybe just a little bit more. I'm trying to reduce these comments down in size. Here we go. We're going to go center horizontal. There we go. I want to make sure that when people send super chats, their name, they get recognized. I want them to feel good and feel sexy and feel appreciated and blah, blah, blah. And I also want to make it to where, like, that top fans thing isn't in the way. Here we go. Are you guys my only fans? You guys like my OnlyFans? Do you guys think I'm the man? Be honest. No, just kidding. I'm not gonna force you guys to answer that question. But do you guys think I'm the man, though? Do you guys think Trump's the dude? Double tap your screen if you think Trump's the man. If you guys think that Trump is the GOAT, double tap your screen. I don't think MAGA's dead, dude. Everybody's like, oh, MAGA's dead, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not, dude. Dude, MAGA is alive, and it's kicking, bro. It is kicking. I think the Democrat Party's nervous, bro. I think the Democrat Party is so freaking nervous right now, man. I think they are. They gotta be, man. That looks pretty good. Hold on. Okay, I'm looking good, dude. I'm looking studly right now. I'm looking so hot. Oh my god. I look so cute. I look so hot. Small Wiener Gang. Small Wiener Gang. Who just subscribed, dude? We got Reverend Dr. Gary Paul, Wildstein, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Small Wiener Gang. Everybody give a shout out to my boy, dude. Reverend Dr. Gary Paul. Wildenstein. Dude, what a stud, dude. What a stud. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, bro. Yeah, the Democrat Party is too stupid. I agree. I believe the Democratic Party is just out of their freaking minds. By the way, double tap your screen if you call the Democrats, dude. The Democrats. I love it, dude. I love that Trump's calling them the Democrats, dude. It's very well deserved. It is extremely well deserved at this point. And yeah, completely.
We had to try and defend it, which undermined our credibility as individuals and our credibility as a party. So it really weakened us in 2024. They should have seen it. They just should have seen it. And the only thing I want to hear from Jill Biden is, I'm sorry. We should have said something sooner.
Do you want an apology?
Yeah, Jill Biden is not going to apologize for her blatant. She's terrible. Jill Biden is so bad, dude. Larson Christopher says, Garza, read my last comment. Got you. Obama set the stage for kangaroo courts on collages, also DEI, anti-white, anti-Asians. Also, he allowed the attacks and going. Oh, wow. I did not know that. See, these are things I didn't know. These are things I had no idea about, dude. None. All right, let's keep going. Make sure you guys double tap your screen to like the stream, though. It really does help the channel in more ways than one. Let's keep going.
What I want an apology for is the cost the average American are facing. Look, I was with Joe Biden yesterday at a Memorial Day event here in Delaware. And look, Shannon, what I've seen on Fox is running just one sentence. But what Jill Biden has said in her interviews is she was worried about what was happening during that debate because she'd never seen anything like that before or after. Yes, he was slowing down. President Trump's about to turn 80 as well. What I'm concerned about is our current president is falling asleep in cabinet meetings and rage tweeting.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing his thing, dude. Hey, Trump is just as pissed as we are. Let the man cook. Let the man cook, dude. The man's just as pissed as we are. I love it. I love it. Let the man cook.
Okay, hold on.
At 2 a.m.
Hold on a second.
And is distracted by his focus on $1 billion ballroom
we're talking
and
about,
a $1.8 billion
we're
slush
talking
fund.
about.
I want that ballroom, dude. That ballroom's going to be great for future presidents. You kidding me? That ballroom is going to be extraordinary. It's definitely necessary.
Not winning the war in Iran.
We're talking about what the former First Lady said or didn't
we're
say.
talking about something 2 years ago.
But here's
not
what
what's
National
happening
Review.
Now.
This guy is such a loser, dude. This guy sucks.
But to that point, here's what National Review says this. If you're a Democrat and you're angry that Donald Trump is actually the president and serving his second term, Jill Biden has a heck of a lot to do with that and how you ended up in this.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And that's true. Because Jill Biden allowed her husband to run for president again, not again, but again, even though he wasn't capable or even cognizant. Like, that's a big problem. People need to realize that happened. Can't just sweep that under the rug, dude. Can't just sweep that under the rug. I know the Democrats say that you can, but you can't.
Situation right now. They call her the architect of this second term of President Trump.
And it's true. She is the architect behind it. Think about it. Joe Biden running against Trump was one of the worst things that the Democrat Party could have imagined. That was a Democrat Party nightmare, dude. Democrat Party nightmare right there, bro.
Look, a lot of what
the arrogance of this chud. This guy's a chud.
Drove the election in 24 was costs.
Allegedly.
The way that folks were mad about their costs. And the farther in the rearview mirror Joe Biden gets, the better he looks, as Donald Trump is now the least popular president in modern history.
Honestly, dude, Joe Biden still looks terrible. Honestly, dude, Donald Trump is killing it right now. Trump is killing it, dude. I don't care what anybody says. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about, dude. It's pretty obvious he doesn't know what he's talking about. Trump's the man, dude. Trump is the GOAT. Period. End of story. Yeah, I know you guys are mad. I know you guys don't like the truth and stuff, but yeah. Yeah, sorry, not sorry, you know? Give me 1 second, my pink brony bros. Give me a moment. Okay, I'm getting something figured out. Hold on, you guys. Trick of the Trade says, hi, what's up, Trick of the Trade? How you doing, bro? Trump's a beast, dude. Trump is a beast. William Kennedy is projecting, everybody. Looks like William Kennedy is projecting in the chat. It's all right, dude. You can project as much as you need to. You do your thing. Do what you got to do, brony. You do what you got to do. Make sure you guys double tap the screen to like the stream, though. Let's keep going.
Trump.
Yeah, I'm tired of listening to this guy talk about Joe Biden. Joe Biden's terrible. Besant. So Mark Levin explains why Democrats fear Donald Trump. I am kind of curious about
Every great leader is said to be controversial until 50 years later when they're said to be great statesmen. Abraham Lincoln was controversial. Washington.
Oh, yeah. Honest Abe was very controversial. I mean, the dude ended slavery, for God's sakes. It's that back in the day, believe it or not, people thought slavery was necessary, just to let you know, and that was everywhere around the world. And it's not. I just want to let you know it wasn't necessary. Well, yeah, no, it wasn't. But look, I'm glad that the abolitionists were there. I'm glad Abraham Lincoln was there. Abraham Lincoln freeing the slaves was amazing. It's truly amazing. No, I love Honest Abe, though, dude. I think Abraham Lincoln might be the greatest president of all time, but he was very controversial in his day. In fact, you could argue that Abraham Lincoln back in the day was hated by a lot of the United States. Just, you know what I mean? Like, he actually might have been more hated than Trump. And that's saying something. So the president that we all know and love today, most of you guys probably would have hated him back in the day. Because you guys are sheep. You guys are sheep. To the left, you guys would have hated Abraham Lincoln back in the day if you lived in that time.
Washington was controversial. George Patton was controversial. I can go down the list of the greatest of the great.
Yep.
Churchill was controversial. But when you really think about it, those
are the presidents that mattered. Those are the people that mattered. Well, Churchill wasn't a president, as far as I remember. At least he wasn't a U.S. president. He was one of the dudes in Britain or whatever. Anyway,
foresee things.
I'm a little stupid with history from time to time.
And they're trying to deal with them. They're trying to nip them in the bud. They're trying to expand where they need to expand, and so forth and so on. So they're going.
Actually, abolishment was not a. First off, just to let you know, the Democrats. You do realize the Democrats invented the KKK, right? Dude, DD, are you trying to rewrite history and gaslight us all? You do realize that the KKK was invented by the Democrat Party back in the day. You do realize that, right? The Democrats were the racists back in the day. Are you kidding me? Yes, they were. Way back then. Dude, DD, are you a dummy? You do realize that the Democrats invented the Triple K. Holy crap, dude. It's like you guys don't know your own fucking history.
Against the culture many times. They're going against the usual politicians every time.
And I still think, in my opinion, the Democrats are still a racist party.
That's why when I see some of these rhinos and they're wringing their hands, if only Donald Trump would do this and that. And I thought to myself, if only you would be more like Donald Trump. Maybe we can get some more things done and so forth. Look at the Democrats. Look what they've become. Look at how they conduct themselves. Look at them attacking the Constitution, trying to put a man in prison because he's running for president again. It's sickening. And so if our response to that is we wear mittens or we wear boxing gloves and they play UFC or they put on brass knuckles, we're going to get slaughtered. And I think what Donald Trump has showed, and when people step away and they really look at this, is you got to fight back. And as for principles, people say you're rigid. You usually get that from people who are unprincipled, who are quislings, who are weak. No, we're fighting with people who have principles too, just the wrong principles. And our whole Revolutionary War was about principles. Our Civil War was about principles. World War II was about principles. When you go to church or synagogue...
Mark Levin, dude, he's a fascinating individual, man. I like Mark Levin to a point. Moke Glarza. Tiny Lion Gaming. What's going on, Brony?
That's about principles. Principles are important. Facts change, so you have to apply them and so forth and so on. But do you believe in liberty or don't you believe in liberty? You believe in representative government or don't you believe in representative government? I go down the list. Principles matter.
If you guys agree with Mark Levin, double tap your screen to like the stream if you agree.
Or they wouldn't be principles.
You know, it's funny because when the Iran-Contra affair was happening, I had a contracting business. I wouldn't go to work, Mark. I stayed home and watched those hearings. At that time, there wasn't cable news like we know it today. There were not as many outlets. And I even remember recording them because I was so riveted by what was happening. And then that led me to call into talk radio shows, which led me to get my own show. In 1987 was the first time I ever got in front of one of these, and the light went on, and that was it. My life changed while you were actually living it. Kind of ironic. We've never talked about that.
No, that is kind of ironic. And that went on, that Iran-Contra investigation, for 7.5 years. And when I'll tell you a little story. I haven't really told anybody this. It's June, July, or August 1988, and there's a lot of pressure on the Attorney General to resign. One of the most...
Larson Christopher and I, we're both anti-Democrat. That's one big thing for sure. The Democrat Party is still, in my opinion, extremely, you-know-what, terrible. Especially, honestly, I don't like I honestly hate the way that Democrats talk down to minorities. I really do. I don't like it. It pisses me off, dude. Fucking pisses me off, dude. Yeah.
Decent men I ever met, one of the most ethical men I ever met while he was Attorney General. His son died in a car accident. His grandson died from SIDS. Just such moral and beautiful people. Always cared about the janitor, always asked. And so, President does the same thing.
Yeah.
People don't see this side of him, and it's too bad. He's the same way. When my father was ill, he sent me a note and so forth and so. He's the same way.
Dude, Trump's the man, dude. I love Trump, man. I don't think he's... The left tries to paint Donald Trump as like this devil, and honestly, it couldn't be further from the truth. Just couldn't be.
Can I just add to that?
Yeah.
I wish people knew Donald Trump, the person you're describing, generous to a fault, hilariously funny. He wickedly funny.
Dude, Donald Trump is a funny dude. Like, honestly, the dude could have had a swimming career in comedy. The dude has no filter and just says whatever. He would. Dude, honestly, I would have loved to watch him at some roasts, like actually roast other people. I mean, he did have his Donald Trump roast, but I'm talking about if he was a full-time comedian, dude, he would have He would have slayed, as the kids would say. He would have slayed those goals.
Even he takes up more. He lives rent free in more people's minds than anybody I know.
Oh, dude, the left. Honestly, he's basically the landlord of the Democrats' minds. He's basically the landlord of the Democrats' minds at this point. It's crazy. I'm kind of curious about. I'm testing some waters today, you guys. I'm testing some waters. I'm testing the waters today. I like it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Ooh. 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 Woo. Larson Christopher says, testing the gay water, Garza. Probably. I feel like I probably am. I don't know. I'm talking about pink brony bros, and we dance at the gay clubs. Oh my God. I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing my man thong.
It's always more tongue-in-cheek than they ever knew, and they just fall for it. They bubble and fizz like Alka-Seltzer and water. I'm like, I love every minute of it.
He lives life to the fullest, this man.
He does.
Whether it's in business, whether it's his private properties, whether it's
all of it,
a speech, whatever it is. The great thing.
I am loving the glazing of Trump right now because, dude, I glaze Trump just as much as Mark Levin and Sean Hannity do. I think, if anything, I probably glaze Trump the most out of all you guys. I'm the ultimate Trump glazer, dude.
About him, he doesn't have a governor. You know, we all say, I don't know if I should say that. He says, I'm going to say it. It's so big deal. I remember when I was interviewing him on radio the first time he was running, and he said something about Hillary, and I said to him on the air, I don't know if you should say this. So why not? I say whatever I want. I said, okay, that's a different man. And he's right about that, as far as I'm concerned.
You know, it's
so
funny.
This meeting in the...
Yeah, good. No, go.
So this meeting, well, Meese decides to resign. He doesn't want to because he's an innocent man. But he says to me, I have to do this. I said, why? Because I don't want to cost George H.W. Bush the presidency. I said, because of his campaign. He said, I'm brought up at every single campaign event. I want him to run on his own. They were very good friends. And I don't want to hurt him. These are the kind of men I dealt with. Reagan, him, other cabinet secretaries, Hodel, I could go down the list. John Harrington, who was my boss at presidential personnel, became Secretary of the Navy. If I'm leaving people out, I'm sorry. But these are fantastic men, principled men. So we go to the Oval Office. He and Mrs. Meese, Ursula, and 3 or 4 staffers, including me. We go in there. And Reagan comes in. He's very majestic. And yet he's very funny too. He's hilarious too. Very kind. You know, there's more.
I love me some Ronald Reagan. Reaganomics, baby. Oh, I know it's not a popular thing to say that I love Reaganomics, but bruh, love Ronald Reagan. Stud.
More Reagan and Trump and Reagan than people will believe. Because Reagan was very proper and so forth and so on, but he was very funny. But in person, he was much more, you know. Others came in. The vice president came in. the cabinet came in, Mies was incredibly highly regarded and respected, and everybody knew they were railroading him, and everybody knew why he did what he did. And President Reagan comes in, speaks briefly, and he looks to Ed and Mies, and he says, "I'm sorry, because I know they're coming after me. They can't get me, so they went after you." That's the kind of people we're talking about here. Ned Mies today, he's in his 90s.
Yeah.
He's wheelchair bound. And I want to thank President Trump for giving him the Medal of Freedom in his first term. Many people deserve it. He certainly did. And Donald Trump didn't have to do that, but he did it.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, it's because just because Donald Trump's the man. I almost said Joe Biden's the man. That's not good. Oh my God. My Biden sexuality's coming out, bro. Give me a few moments. We're pulling up I want to look for like the latest YouTube video. Give me a moment. The Iranian regime is discombobulated. All right, let's take a listen.
Other side of the aisle, GOP Senator Bill Hagerty from Tennessee, too, on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Okay, I want to go back to where we started. Senator, welcome. With respect to Iran, there are those arguing that we should not make a deal with them. Mark Thiessen is among them, writing over at the Washington Post that even a good deal would let Iran off the mat, give it a financial lifeline, and thus a pathway to ultimately reconstituting what President Trump has destroyed. He goes on to say, listen, we'd be better off using our military to destroy what's left of Iran's military, open the Strait of Hormuz by force, and do some other things. What do you think? Make a deal or more kinetic action?
Well, I was just on the phone early this morning with senior administration officials. I think that they have all the time in the world, if you think about it, because they have absolutely devastated the Iranian Navy, the Iranian Air Force. We have complete control over the skies. They've devastated.
Yeah, the Iranian regime is just so cooked, man. I just don't understand how anybody could be like backing the Iranian regime at this point. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
Stated their defense industrial base. The nuclear program, as it were, is in the bottom of a mountain right now. And if you think about it, you've got a population of 90 million people, highly educated people that have been shut off from most of the world. Their internet has been shut down for most of 2026. You've got severe economic pressure that's undergoing.
That's crazy.
That the economy is undergoing right now in Iran. They're now printing 10 million rial notes, Shannon. There is a tremendous amount of pressure on the regime
screwed,
right
dude.
now. The regime is fairly discombobulated,
Iran's
as you know. That's
screwed,
why it's
dude.
taken so long to negotiate.
Iran is effing, dude. They don't have any chance. Trump's going to work his magic as he usually does, and he's going to do what he's got to do. But make sure you guys double tap the screen to like the stream. The more likes we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. We are a smaller channel, admittedly. We're trying to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. We believe we're big, but we're small. We're so small. Double tap your screen to like the stream. I think we're big, though. I feel big and jacked. I'm jacked. I'm jacked to the tits.
anything, but President Trump has been clear. He wants this decision to be made by the Iranian people in terms of who will lead that country. I think we need to have an opportunity to see if we can get to a deal. And hopefully what we see is a resurrection of a country that has great economic potential. We see great interest from other nations in the region who want.
Hold on, I just want to show you guys how I'm feeling right now, okay? This is how I'm feeling right now about the Trump administration, okay? This right here.
Benny Klieger over at Morgan is taking.
Hold on. I'm jacked. I'm jacked to the tits. Hold on. Let me see if we got like a good short.
I mean, seriously, I feel like I'm financially inside of you or something.
It's the greatest clip of all time.
I'm jacked. I'm jacked to the tits.
Good.
Do you feel it?
No.
No.
I mean, seriously, I feel like I'm financially inside of you or something.
Okay.
I'm jacked. I'm jacked to the tits.
That's how I feel every time I'm talking to you guys. I feel like I'm financially inside you or something.
Good.
Do you feel it?
No.
I mean, seriously, I feel like I'm financially inside of you or something.
Okay.
I'm jacked. I'm jacked to the tits.
Good.
Do you feel it?
No.
I mean, seriously.
Do you feel? That's like my favorite scene of any movie ever. That's like Ryan Gosling's like best scene ever. Screw The Notebook. Screw any other scene that you think that Ryan Gosling excelled in. I mean, he's an amazing actor, by the way. That scene right there where he says he's jacked to the tits is the greatest scene of all time.
See, I feel like I'm financially inside of you or something.
Okay. Seriously.
I'm jacked. I'm jacked to the tits.
How he says that is so, I'm jacked. I'm jacked to the tits. I don't know how he goes that high. Tits. I just can't. It's amazing. It's I'm jacked. I'm jacked to the tits. I can't do it the way he did it though. There's a certain level of beauty in that delivery. God, man, so good. But yeah, the Democrats saying that the Republicans are, dude, I could not agree with you more on that one, dude. I'm so sick of the Democrat Party, dude. I think most people are pretty sick of the Democrat Party. A lot of people are tired of the Democrat Party, straight up.
Want to help rebuild Iran to something much different than what it has been the past 47 years. So I'm looking at this with a sense of optimism, knowing that President Trump is a great deal maker. He's not going to take a bad deal. But we may be able to put something in place that will absolutely help resurrect Iran and put them in a position where they can never have a nuclear weapon. If you think about what they have done just recently, President Trump has been very clear about this. He's not going to allow them to have a nuclear weapon. And if you see what they've done to their neighbors in the region, think what they would do if they had the capacity to use nuclear arsenal. In that regard, I think it's clear.
Does that get to, though, Senator Coons' point that they are able to wreak a lot of havoc with the drones that they have, the capabilities that they do still have left?
They have tried to do that, but I want to go back to the points I just made. Their economy is in a shambles. They don't have any significant military capabilities. What they have played is the one card we have always known they had, and that's the Strait of Hormuz. We're focused on that right now. We're getting it open right now. There are multiple ways.
Get that. I'm straight for the straight, dude. I'm straight for the straight, dude. Double tap your screen. If you're straight for the straight, you want it reopened. Look, I want the Strait of Hormuz reopened. If you guys want it reopened, double tap your screen to like the stream. Let's go, dude.
To do this, but I think what President Trump is trying to allow
I want
to
to see it
happen
open, bro.
is for diplomacy to work, for us to not have to completely demolish the economy of Iran, but leave that country in a position to rebuild itself. I think we're close. Every sense I get is that we are, and I think this needs to be made very, very clearly. Whatever the deal may be, it's going to be a performance.
It's got to be a good one, dude. It's got to be a good deal. We got to get a good deal out of them. Will they actually come to the table? Will they actually fulfill their agreement? I don't know.
Deal with real checkpoints. This isn't going to be like the JCPOA, where the Obama administration just used American dollars, used billions of dollars of cash and millions.
Do not send Iran any money. They're going to demand reparations. Send them 0. They shouldn't have been enriching uranium to near weapons grade. That just shouldn't have been happening at all, in any way, period. Iran deserves 0, and I mean $0. Iran deserves nothing. You know it. Iran, you deserve nothing. Come on, bro.
And tens of millions of dollars, pallets of cash to send over to bribe the Iranians. What this will be is clear performance. They're going to have to perform to get any sort of relief, and President Trump is going to make that very clear. That's why he always maintains leverage, and I think that's what we'll see out of any deal that comes forward.
Okay, in the meantime, there are growing concerns about the stockpiles of weapons, military equipment, those kinds of things that we have and the availability of them. This is actually something I talked to President Biden about during his administration. There were worries about this. Now we've got Ukraine, Russia. We've got, as you well know, having served in the Indo-Pacific region as an ambassador, real concerns about China and Taiwan. Here's what we're being told about stockpile deficits, and this is an analysis that appears over the Center for Strategic and International Studies, that it will take many years to replace these kinds of things, Tomahawks, THAAD missile defense systems, and Patriot missiles, several years to replace these SM-3, SM-6 ship-launched interceptors, and months to replace joint air-to-surface standoff missiles and precision strike missiles. Do you worry about that, especially knowing what you know about China and its ambitions with regard to Taiwan, where we're not fulfilling all of the weapons orders that they've put in with us?
Well, I'd say this. President Trump has certainly done more to fulfill those weapon orders, both in the first administration and in his second.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to try another experiment, you guys. This one's going to be a little crazy. This one's going to be a little out of left field. We're going to do a switcheroony. All right. Give me 1 second, my brony bros. All right. Bear with me. How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run, and life goes on as I'm. I wanted to see how many people would say no. This is so awesome, dude. Comes a time, just speak the truth. You can see me when I leave. Walk over you, all over you. Wait until tomorrow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, Texas Jane, thank you for the gold coin for 10 jewels. Mucho apreciado. Everybody, thank you so much for sending gifts. Mucho apreciado. The more gifts we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. We're trying to go out with a bang. Bang, bang, not a gang. Go 49ers, by the way. Let's keep going.
Administration than either of his two predecessors did to fulfill our obligations to Taiwan. That point needs to be made very clearly. In terms of the Weapons Council, of course, we're constantly following this and tracking this. The lead time for some of these more sophisticated technologies is enormous. But if you think about what Steve Feinberg and the team at...
please double tap your screen to like the stream. Let's go.
Steve is the Deputy Secretary of Defense, a great business person and someone I've known for years. Steve, the team there are looking at new and novel ways to use new technologies to continue to stay at the cutting edge of modern defense. And so I'm confident that we're going to be able to maintain our edge, that we're going to be able to extend our edge. If you look at what we're doing with respect to artificial intelligence, if you look at the new technologies that are being developed, it's right here at home in America.
I love AI.
I think we're going to continue to maintain that lead. What we're going to see, though, is a shift to a different mix, more new technologies, more technologies that will be effective in the modern warfare.
Give me that tech, dude.
All right, I want to talk about Capitol Hill and reports that there are tensions between the White House, between Senate Republicans over a number of things, including the president endorsing against two sitting senators, GOP senators, who now have lost their bids to move forward. This new DOJ anti-weaponization fund, the inability to get the Save America Act passed, new funding requests related to the White House ballroom, and talks that there are, you guys are at a loggerheads over some things. I mean, the Senate left town without passing the reconciliation package we thought was coming, in part, we're told, because of these tensions. How would you describe the relationship?
Well, we're coming back to town tomorrow, Shannon. In fact, I'm heading back shortly after this interview. We're coming back to deal with the most fundamental problem that we've got, and that is the fact that the Democrats shut down the Department of Homeland Security. They don't want any sort of border enforcement. They don't want law enforcement in America.
Oh, yeah, they don't. They basically, the Democrats are the kings and the queens of the open border. Look, the Democrats unfortunately want an open border, and that's not the way things should be done. We do not need an open border. That's probably the dumbest thing that you could probably try to do. I think it's ridiculous. And yeah, if you're praising an open border, I think you're foolish. I think you're foolish. If you want an open border, I think that's the dumbest thing that you could ever want. I really believe that. I think that's stupid.
And we have to get that funded. The issues that you raised, of course, have been issues that have been added on to the pressure to get this done. But we need to remember the fundamentals. Senator Thune, our leader, is bringing us back in to make certain that we refocus and get the Department of Homeland Security fully funded, and certainly Customs and Border Patrol.
By the way, I don't think the Democrats really Democrats just want to give our country. Texas Jane says Democrats just want to give our country away. That's how I feel too. That's how I feel, Texas Jane. I get it. I gets it, man. I completely get it. Let's keep going.
And our ICE agents taken care of so the Democrats can't attack them anymore. We're going to fund them beyond President Trump's term so that they stop becoming a political football and are allowed to do their job to make our nation more safe. With respect to the other items, I think we're going to be able to navigate that. There are discussions underway right now between our Republican conference and the White House to get to something that's going to work. I think there were just more details and more questions last week that needed to be resolved. Those conversations have been taking place this week, and I'm looking forward to seeing the details this coming week, but I think we're going to get right back onto this.
Dude, go Trump, dude. That's all I got to say. Go Trump, dude. Look, if you guys love Trump as much as I do, hopefully you guys will double tap your screen. Look, if you guys think that Trump's the greatest president of all time and you agree with me, double tap the screen, bro. Double tap your screen, man. All right. Got lots of likes, though. People liking the stream. I love it. Hey, thank you guys for double tapping the screen to like the stream, though. It really does help out a lot. So.
This reconciliation package. Again, we would not be here were it not for the obstructionism of the Democrat Party. Chuck Schumer and the Democrats seem to want to create chaos at every turn.
Oh, yeah.
And it's our obligation to try to fix that.
Well, a long list for you in return. We look forward to seeing you back here and following that progress. Safe travels, Senator.
Thanks
Shannon. Always for your time.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.
Let's go, dude. I got that boom, boom, pow. This chicken's cracking my style. Shocking anti-ICE protests in New Jersey spark midterm concerns. Okay.
We believe that this facility should be closed.
Cory Booker is such a chud.
Should not exist. It should not have been allowed to open in the first place.
Yeah, it shows this radical left Democrats' priorities when they decide to go out and protest a detention center where we're housing rapists, child predators, murderers, drug dealers.
So, Senator Cory Booker and Homeland Security Secretary Markwayne Mullin on the days and nights of protests outside the Delaney Hall, New Jersey ICE detention facility. It turned violent again last night. It is time now for our Sunday group to break it down. USA Today White House correspondent Francesca Chambers, former communications director to House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, Mark Bednar, Fox News senior political analyst Juan Williams, and former Bush national security official Michael Allen. Welcome to everybody. So it got a little crazy there.
That guy had a very seductive look on his face. Just saying. That guy had a super seductive look on his face. But yeah, thank you guys for double tapping the screen. I appreciate it. We've been getting a lot of likes in a short amount of time, so I appreciate everybody's efforts to help. We're trying to get to 100 likes in 30 minutes. Once again, we're trying to get to 100 likes in 30 minutes. Hold on. Wait until tomorrow, then it's gone. So long. Give me a moment, my brony bros. I need to drink some water and brush my teeth. All right. Big Wiener Gang. Hell yeah. What's up, my big wiener bros, dude? Come on, let's go. Big wiener. Do we talk about big wieners a little too much on this show? I've been told that we do. And I get it.
Again last night. Now, I want to give you a sampling. By the way, the FBI, the acting attorney general says the FBI has arrested this guy making threats to ICE agents. I think this was Wednesday.
I'll kill your whole family. Your whole family's dead. Come on. Your children, your wife, all dead. Put your, my boy. I have your face, mother. You're dead.
I will.
These people are insane. These leftists are bloody insane, dude. What is wrong with these people? I mean, dude, these leftists are out of their mind. Out of their bloody mind, dude.
Your whole bleeping family, your whole bleeping family is dead. Your children and wife are dead.
Dude, that's so messed
All of
up.
you are going to be dead. Juan, what do we do with that?
Well, that's unacceptable. I mean,
Yeah, it
that's
is
just
unacceptable.
wrong. The thing is, look, we are in polarized political times, and the immigration issue is one that triggers a lot of anger in people because there's a certain human element to it, the feeling that people who are here illegally.
You shouldn't be here illegally. Period. End of story. Period. End of story. Annie says they are nuts. Garza, exactly. ET says, yeah, we do talk a lot of the time. We do talk about wieners, man. What can I say? We're a big fan of wieners on this channel. All right. Is that so wrong? Is it so wrong to be a fan of wieners? All right. Just saying. All right. Let's do this. Jumped out of the window. What would she say? It's not on me. It's all on you. I can't deny the things you do. You can see me when I leave. Walk over you. I'll over you. Wait until tomorrow, then it's gone. So long.
Legally, but not only that, but just immigrants in general, are not always the wealthiest, most connected people, and now there's the sense that they are being picked on in even a vindictive sense by this administration.
I'm sorry, dude. Liberals, honestly, you guys, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. The Democrat Party is just so freaking violent these days, dude. I can't stand it, man. I can't do it. And I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I started fighting for.
This week, a federal judge said that Kilmar Abreu Garcia, and that whole long episode was an episode defined by the administration's vindictiveness, and he was released on that basis. You think back to Minnesota and the events there and people standing up again and saying, don't do it. It's the administration has become overly aggressive. It's okay to go after criminals. You just heard what Mark Wayne Mullen was saying. Everybody's, get rapists and criminals off the streets. We're for it. But when you start going after people who have been long-term residents of the United States, people who are dreamers, I think there's a sense, in these detention centers where they're forcing people to sign things allegedly to agree to leave the country, people feel like this is an authority.
Yeah, I think it's, first off, look, if you're here illegally, I'm sorry. I just don't have a lot of, I do have some compassion, don't get me wrong, but if you're here illegally, you're here illegally. Waffle Jackson says, Real Garza, the perfect song for the left-wing mentality. I've forgotten what I started fighting for. Yeah. I don't even think the left knows what the hell they're fighting for. Frog Eat Frog says, but you watching a dude watch a dude, that's peak gay. Hey, you know what? It's hot. It's hot as hell, dude. I know, dude. I think a lot of these dudes, yeah.
Authoritarian excess.
Oh, okay. Well, and certainly they're showing up and protesting. Here's what Governor Michael Sherrill said a couple of days ago. She said an increased ICE surge in the area outside Delaney Hall is a threat to public safety. So the ICE agents showing up, she went on from
Nah.
They're asking everybody to be peaceful. But then once the New Jersey State Police took over, they had another explosion last night of people. She said this overnight. Saturday night, masked individuals at Delaney Hall attacked the barrier in the protected protest area and began aggressive and dangerous actions against Newark and New Jersey State Police, throwing projectiles, using the barriers as weapons, lighting tires on fires in the street.
This doesn't shock me in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't shock me in any way. Hey, by the way, we got a poll going, so feel free to vote in the poll. Please double tap the screen. Hopefully you guys say yes, and alternatively, just send a gift if you guys don't want to double tap.
The Attorney General up there in New Jersey said, even tougher things about that it's just not safe, Mark. And so those weren't ICE agents they were protesting.
Well, and it's really interesting now. This has been something that the Trump administration has been imploring for help.
I mean, honestly, a lot of these, look at a lot of these Democrat things. It's basically Trump derangement syndrome run amok. It's absolutely Trump derangement syndrome run amok. It is. I know you guys don't want to admit that. I know you guys don't get it.
From these local officials, from Minneapolis to New Jersey and beyond. They just want help from local law enforcement, if only to let them do their own job. But now the fact that Democratic states, their law enforcement officials are being kind of targeted themselves, this is kind of the situation that the Trump administration has been worried about from day one. So this obviously still has a lot more legs to go.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Honestly, it's crazy. Freaking wild, bro. Freaking wild. What's a man to do? What's a man to do?
But the fact that at least local law enforcement is participating, that they're, on the ground, that's a good step. But clearly, this is still out of hand.
Well, and Francesca, we know that facility was open during the Obama years. And I'm not saying there weren't any protests. I'm sure that there were. But the media covers them, in a different way now.
I mean, this presents a critical, what you could call first test for Mikey Sherrill in New Jersey, but also for Mark Wayne Mullen. I mean, picking up on, I think, things that both Juan and Mark just said, you don't want this to develop into a situation like what happened in Minnesota. That led to the shakeup in the Border Patrol, but also eventually in the Department of Homeland Security as well. And Mark Wayne Mullen, he just got there.
Well, Michael?
Well, looking at it through a political lens, I think the Democrats believe that they're having a boost in voter.
Yeah, it's pretty much the mentality the Democrats have. Frog eat frog, exactly. Libs be like, orange man bad. Yeah, it's pretty much it, and that's the thing. I honestly think that the typical Democrat voter is sadly very low IQ and will believe anything that they're told. Yeah, it's crazy. hot mics, hot takes, dude. Bass is done. I'm curious.
Harvey
dude.
Levin the other day said that he was speaking to
dude. Hot. Spencer mother effing Pratt, dude. Give me some Spencer fucking Pratt. I'm a part of the Pratt pack, bro. Oh yeah, a lot of the Democrats have lost their damn. I mean, I've lost my damn mind, but I ain't liberal. I'll admit I'm Trump sexual. Sure. Why not? Make sure you guys, if you guys can, double tap your screen to like the stream. We're trying to get more likes. We're trying to get to 90 likes if possible. We're trying to see if we can get to 90 likes in a short amount of time. So please double tap your screen to like the stream. It really does help the channel out quite a bit. And love you guys.
you, and you had mentioned a couple people that you would bring into the administration and who would be actively involved and help get this thing going. I assume they are Angelenos because, it's going to be personal to them too. And then Harvey said, I can't reveal who it is, but he made a phone call to that person and confirmed. I'm going to guess. I mean, I think I might know who we're talking about.
Think you do.
You don't?
It's my ace in the hole. No one. It's going to be like.
I'm going to guess Rick Caruso.
It's not Rick Caruso.
It's not Rick
It's somebody
Caruso.
who's got way more experience.
Can you tell me who it is now? Or
No. I can tell you off record.
This is during Pratt Summer, but you'll tell me off record and I'll keep it. Okay.
Yeah. But that's what.
Okay.
That was Harvey's concern. When he talked to this person, he was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Or
Spencer
is it real?
Yeah. Spencer.
Well, Harvey says it's real, and I know it is,
Yeah,
listening to him.
So
But
this deputy mayor executes everything that I'm saying and makes it 100% happen. So back to, I'm surrounding myself with the people that will make LA the #1 city.
Make LA great again, dude. Spencer Pratt, dude. Make LA great again, dude. I think Spencer Pratt's perfect for LA, man. I really do. I believe that wholeheartedly, bro. Yeah, I think Spencer Pratt's going to make LA great. What do you guys think, though? Do you guys think that Spencer Pratt's going to make LA great again? Make LA great again, dude. I think that's going to be a real thing. I really do. I think it's going to be fantastic. Oh my God.
City in the world.
will you transparency and
Every dollar.
and accountability is what we're
Every
talking
dollar.
about? Can you?
Every mother effing dollar, bro. I believe Spencer Pratt. I really do. I think he's perfect for LA. I really do. I think he can fix LA more than Karen Bastul. So yeah, huge fan of Spencer Pratt. I think he's going to solve a lot of problems in LA. To those of you who don't believe in Spencer Pratt, that's good on you. You have fun living in your delusions, but I think he's #1 for LA, dude.
You just here's the budget, folks. Look, this is exactly how much money we took in. This is where it went. This is what we did. Here we go. If you want to take a look, here's a big website and hop in there and see what we did.
Even easier, because a big website for $15 billion to find all that money would take a lot of time. We need to make it where my 8-year-old son has an option to click if you're in elementary school, and it breaks it down so easy. We need to know where every dollar goes, and if something is failing, where we stop it and how fast. The whole entire budget needs to be audited. Every dollar needs to be exposed. Transparency dashboard.
Dude, he's a transparent guy. I love it, dude. He's trying to make everything transparent, and as he should. By the way, if you guys think Spencer Pratt's winning the LA mayoral race, please double tap your screens to like the stream, dude. Please double tap your screen to like the stream if you think that Spencer Pratt's winning the LA mayoral race, because I firmly believe he is. I believe he is the key to a successful Los Angeles. I believe that Karen Bastul is not. I believe that she's going to... I think she's going to make LA worse. And I think most people in LA are very aware of this. Yeah, you heard me.
If we don't know where our money's going, we don't know where the waste is, where the corruption is. So this is back to, of course we're going to be successful because we're going to have everyone's eyes on every dollar, every plan. It's like when they talk about the military, like how much the toilet paper gets charged. We're going to know how much everything in these fire stations costs. Every door, every refrigerator, everything that's being overcharged. The waste with the trash and the sanitation, the waste with LADW, every dollar.
Government contracts is the greatest grift in the world, right?
We're getting exposed.
So you get like a homeless building or a new affordable housing structure, and with like the one we mentioned, and an NGO comes in, and they're a nonprofit with a contract basically, and there they go, and they get overpaid for it. What's the deal? So then with all that profit there, they kick back a little to the donations, to the candidates, is it that simple?
100%, but we can't even use the word nonprofit. I like to say NGO because it doesn't have the word profit in it, because these people all make profit. They get tax incentives to get the real estate. We pay for it. Then they even own the property. So let's say in 10 years, whenever the deal runs up, they could turn that into whatever they want. It could be $1 million condos so we pay for that. Your example, that's just one of hundreds.
Yeah.
$30 million for that real estate right in prime Westwood next to all these houses where hardworking people are paying their property tax. They buy that. Then they get a contract to allegedly put people in the beds at $1 million a month or whatever, with no actual legal obligation to put one person in a bed. So then they manage it to also charge us. Then they get their developers, instead of something that costs $250 a square foot to work on, they get a developer, they charge $1,000 because
what does Karen Bass get out of that? Why doesn't she do it? That makes her a hero. What does she get out of it personally? Why allow that to happen?
Because all she has to say is, oh, I have Inside Safe. We're housing people. I'm working on homeless. It's just these performative, I'm doing. She doesn't care if it works or not.
She's not really doing anything. She's saying she's doing things, but she's not really doing anything. Look, Karen Bass, she needs to lose. I honestly think she's gonna lose. Let's look at Kalshi real quick. I'm gonna pull up Kalshi on a separate window here real quick. Kalshi, and even though I don't trust these gambling degenerates on Kalshi, I do believe that Spencer Pratt has the odds in favor. I really do. I can't believe Karen Bass has a 62% chance of winning. I'm not buying that, dude. I'm not buying that at all. No fucking way. Not buying it, bro. Not feeling it.
Bragged about $400 million this year, housing 1,400 people. She said that out loud like this was a success, and we got to fix a couple things. $400 million for 1,400 people? You're fired, lady. You're done.
That's a bad number.
You're done.
The margins are terrible.
You're done, lady.
Yeah, I think... Trump submits together tougher
with White
terms
House reaction
for Iran deal. This was 11 minutes ago released. Let's take a listen.
that unrest from Fox News correspondent Alex Hogan. Hello, Alex.
Good morning, Shannon. So new clashes between protesters and law enforcement outside the Delaney Hall Immigration Detention Facility in Newark, New Jersey. Some anti-ICE protests turning violent with a group of people charging officers, setting fire to the streets, and police deploying tear gas. New Jersey Governor Michael Garza this weekend urging protesters to turn down the temperature and protest peacefully, and called on the Department of Homeland Security to improve conditions at the facility.
Restore visitation for families. Provide appropriate care and medical for all detainees. Stop pressuring them into signing deportation documents.
DHS responded to those statements, condemning the attacks on agents, stating, quote, ICE law enforcement officers are facing an 8,000% increase in death threats and a 1,300% increase in assaults against them.
Unacceptable, dude. Unfrickin' acceptable. That should not be happening at all. Period. End of story. That should not be happening. Just saying. Just saying. That should not be happening at all. Oh, I'm so sick of the left. I'm so sick of the left. I'm so freaking irritated with the left. I can't, dude. I just can't. Approved username says, Garza, I bet you make zillions off of esports. I wish. That'd be tight, though.
Turning to the war in Iran, the New York Times reporting that President Trump has submitted tougher terms to Iran. Iran's top negotiator today says no agreement will be reached until Iran's rights are secured.
Hey, thank you, Gus Crizerios, for the gold coin for 10 joules. Mucho apreciado. Oh, Gus sent another gold coin. Thank you, Gus. Appreciate you, man.
Laugh out loud.
We love you, Gus. Thank you for sending those gold coins, brother. Hey, if you guys can, though, double tap the screen to like the stream. Alternatively, if you guys can, send a gift. Send a gift, man. I appreciate you guys.
A White House official tells Fox that President Trump will only make a deal that is good for America and satisfies his red lines. Iran can never possess a nuclear weapon.
Yes.
It's a different story coming out of Tehran.
Exactly.
Iran's foreign ministry says discussions center on ending the war, not on nuclear plans. Some Democrats this week argue the conflict is only strengthening Iran.
The damage is done. The regime is more extreme, not less.
I don't think Iran is going to agree to any significant, certainly they're not going to agree to completely dismantle their nuclear program. Why would they? They're stronger today than they were before the war started.
Former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says backing off now would be of no benefit.
We've put an enormous amount of pain on their economy. We've taken down their ballistic missile capabilities. Hamas and Hezbollah are on their back foot as well. We need to continue this effort to make sure that all the hard work and the loss of American lives that has happened is worthy of the outcome.
The Commerce Department releasing new data this week showing that inflation increased at its fastest pace in 3 years in April, driven by higher energy prices, driven by the war in Iran.
Yeah.
The data also shows that prices for things like gasoline, groceries, and electricity are also on the rise.
Oh, hey, things are getting expensive, no doubt. But look at Iran started this war a long time ago. We know this. We know this to be true. Iran started the war a long time ago. We're just finishing. We're finishing what was started by Iran. Iran has been a terrible country for a long time. They've been doing terrible things to other countries. They've been doing terrible things to their own citizens. Enough is enough. You have to basically just say, we're done with you. We're done. We're done.
Shannon. All right, Alex Hogan from the White House. Alex, thank you very much.
Be sure to...
Oh, libs panic. Spencer Pratt has a secret weapon. The poll
This guy is on a roll, and you know why? Because he talks common sense. And like 40% of LA is not even decided. I think they're terrified to tell the pollsters who they're really voting for. It's like the shy Trump voter all over again. But here's the most recent poll. Look at him climbing there. Nice, nice, nice. This is a Berkeley Ipsos poll. Is that right? Berkeley, it's hard to see here. IGS poll. And Karen Bass is in the lead. And
I don't think she's in as much of a lead as those polls suggest. I think that Spencer Pratt has made waves in L.A., and I think he's going to be the next L.A. mayor. I really do. I firmly believe this. I think he's going to be the next L.A. mayor, dude. Straight up. Straight the F up, bro. You know it. I think he is. I know people are going to call me crazy, delusional, blah, blah, blah. Come on, man.
Rahman is right behind her. Now, I want to point out that you have to get 50%. Okay, you have to get 50% on election day, which is just like, a couple of days. It's like hours away at this point. You have to get 50%. If you don't get 50%, then you go to a runoff, which is held in November. And so the question is it Karen and Rahman, or is it Karen and Spencer? And I think it's going to be Karen and Spencer, because I
think so too. Ultimately, I think Spencer Pratt's going to get, I think he's going to get above 50. That's just my thought. I think he's going to do way better than these polls are suggesting. And I do believe he's ahead of Karen Bass. I believe Nithya Rahman, I don't think she stands a chance, dude.
think people are not telling you what they really are going to do on election day. They're just kind of afraid to do that. Here's something.
And they're not going to. They're going to. I think there's going to be a lot of closet voters, people who closet vote for Spencer, because they know that Spencer Pratt's the better option out of those other two. Nobody wants Rahman. Nobody wants Bass. We know. I really do believe Spencer Pratt's winning this thing. I really do. Firmly. 100%. I mean, I can't guarantee it, obviously. There's nothing that's guaranteed until it happens. But yeah, nothing is guaranteed until it actually happens. True.
Something that's great. He put this one out on Twitter. She's been going after him saying, oh, he's just a reality star. Just a reality star. When he was in his...
Dude, my man is not just a reality star, dude. He's a PIMP, all right? He's a pimp. Oh, he's not really a pimp. He's a good dude. I think he's a good dude. I really do. I think Spencer Pratt's the man. Look, if you guys love Spencer Pratt as much as I do, please double tap your screen to like the stream.
His 20s, he was just busy doing, reality star stuff. And I was busy working hard for the working people. And he got her back. He said,
Dude, he has his own businesses. You do realize that Spencer Pratt has his own businesses, right? I'm not talking to you, Trish, but I'm talking about just in general.
When I was in my 20s, I was on a TV show. When Karen Bass was in her 20s, she was training in terrorist tactics and guerrilla warfare with communists in Cuba.
It's true. She is a devoted communist, dude. And here's the thing. Communism doesn't solve anything. In fact, if anything, communism is probably one of the worst ideologies that's ever been created. And also socialism sucks too. Socialism's terrible. Crazy. Crazy. Ooh. Trump weighing whether to move forward with the Iran deal. Let's take a listen.
I want to bring us out, though, to a couple of...
So the Iran deal may not even happen. And honestly, it may just be power plant and bridge day at the end of the day. Yeah, there's a lot of celebrities who are shadow voting, for sure. A lot of celebrities want Spencer Pratt to win. I think a lot of people want Spencer Pratt to win. It doesn't really matter about the celebrity vote at the end of the day. But who knows? It probably helps. Especially when Leo's voting for Mr. Pratt. Look, LA sucks, dude. LA's got a drug problem. LA's got a lot of problems, ultimately.
Media posts here. Barack Ravid, he is a correspondent with Axios, and he posted this just a few hours ago saying President Trump asked for several amendments to the deal his envoys reached with their Iranian counterparts during a Situation Room meeting on Friday, according to a senior U.S. official and a second source that is familiar with the matter. And then he also posted this to his account via X.
Yes. Honestly, the left constantly gaslights, and it's so frustrating. I cannot stand how much gaslighting there is on the left. It's disturbing. It's annoying. It's frustrating, to be honest, because I hate being gaslit. It's so dumb, dude.
saying he spoke with a U.S. official. They said that Trump was told it would take around 3 days before the Iranians get back with a response. Quote, they're literally in caves and they're not using email. That's a quote from the senior administration official.
That's true.
Who went on to say, quote,
yeah, they're all hiding in caves. So it's like, who are you going to negotiate with? I mean, like, it's tough. I think, honestly, Iran is so cooked right now. Iran is so screwed. I think we all know this. Like, let's not candy coat this anymore. Iran is cooked.
there will be a deal. The imminence of it we'll see. We're willing to wait so the president gets what he asks for. It could be a week, it could be less, it could be more. As the turn of the week, we hope to have something. Joining us next to talk more about where we stand exactly on this Sunday amid these negotiations is Jonathan Sayed. He is an Iran program research analyst at the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies.
I mean, this is interesting, dude. I still don't, like I said, I don't think Iran's coming to the table. I really don't. I need to use the bathroom real quick, so BRB. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like the stream. It does help us out on the algorithm quite a bit. But I got to use the potty. Hold on. Straighten out my back. Oh, yeah.
Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning. Great to be with you again.
Of course, you were on earlier this week, I believe it was Thursday, and a lot of the discussion we had then, it's going to be a little similar to today, because really we're just looking out to see what progress has been made and how things are going to shape out maybe in the near term. But before we get into all of that, Jonathan, it's been several months of this conflict. I want to ask you if there's any strategic objectives that have been achieved by either the U.S. or Iran that really stand out to you at this time.
Why are all the bots? I'm assuming that everybody who's saying that Iran, if you're saying that Iran is winning, you're probably a bot. That's what I believe, dude. I think that you're a bot. If you're coming on my channel and saying that Iran is winning, you're lying. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to us all.
On one hand, we do see what Tehran was able to achieve. They had the strategy of closing the Strait of Hormuz, inflicting enough economic and political costs that would end a military campaign against them. And to an extent, they were able to achieve that. So their strategy of prolonging the war, dragging out the war, regionalizing the conflict by attacking not only U.S. or Israeli bases, going after different neighboring countries, attacking trade routes, effectively worked out for them. So that was something that was notable for us to see, that this strategy that Tehran had developed for decades really played out. On the other hand, to see what the U.S. was able to achieve, of course, the attack, the degradation of the Islamic Republic's missile infrastructure is not comparable to any other attack. But the issue is, it does not mean it is not still lethal. So for the longest time, when Tehran would boast about its missile cities, quote unquote, and it claimed that it had close to maybe 100,000 different missiles and different sites throughout the country, a lot of analysts treated that as just an exaggeration, similar to other regime propaganda. Maybe we're closer to realizing that actually, in fact, they do have a vast stockpile. Maybe that was not an exaggeration. So I think, on one hand, looking at what the United States was able to achieve was significant, but the real question is, was it significant enough to force Tehran into concessions? And what we know about the regime is that they, of course, never really provide compromises. They see it as a sign of weakness. Whether they saw this as an existential threat to them remains to be seen. I think Tehran thought they can absorb any attack externally as long as nothing really comes out from within the Iranian territory, from their own people. So far, the situation, unfortunately, favors Tehran more so, but it really comes down to what concessions they're going to provide, whether they're going to, in fact, totally dismantle their nuclear infrastructure, starting with the highly enriched uranium, enrichment capabilities, and different assets.
I want to talk about some of those concessions. First, though, a social media post, courtesy of Reuters, they say Donald Trump wants Iran to open the Strait of Hormuz and dismantle its nuclear program. Tehran says those demands aren't part of the deal. A 60-day ceasefire extension hangs in the balance. Let's talk about this nuclear deal. So the discussions, they include Iran's highly enriched uranium stockpile. Jonathan, from Tehran's perspective, why is this such a sensitive issue, and what kind of compromise would be most realistic?
It is key for Tehran because they know that's the only...
I don't think Tehran's gonna... Look, I just don't think Iran's gonna compromise. It's just not gonna happen. They're not gonna compromise. It's sad, but it's true. They're not going to compromise.
Only thing they will and can negotiate over. Ultimately, any discussion with an adversary is about leverage, and the Islamic Republic and Washington, both sides know they will not be negotiating over ballistic missile ranges or terror financing. The lingering issue continues to be the nuclear file, and the most visible and tangible angle of the nuclear file is the highly enriched uranium, because that's going to be the main asset that could be transformed into effectively weapons-grade uranium and a nuclear bomb after that. That's why it's so important. That's why Tehran wants to hold on to it as much as they can. But what's interesting about the negotiations currently is that they're focusing on a memorandum of understanding. It is not quite a deal yet. And the video that you just played about J.D. Vance talking about it, it's interesting to see that the two sides are trying to negotiate over the big picture while they have not even discussed the details of, let's say, how they're going to get rid of the enriched uranium, who's going to take care of it, is it going to be destroyed, if it's going to be transferred over. And usually what has happened with Tehran is that in the big picture, both sides maybe broadly agree on some vague terms, but as soon as it comes to the details, that's what really ends up delaying a lot of the process. And it seems like Washington is aware of that. So the officials that told Axios that the U.S. is willing to wait as long as the president can get what he wants is a great indication that they know this process is going to get dragged out, specifically with the details. That has been the case for the longest time, but it's interesting to see Washington thinks it still has time and wants to give Iran as much time as possible, which was not the stance earlier on. They wanted something quick.
Staying with some more.
Damn, dude. I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know what to say to that, man. Like, where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? What is the deal? What's happening? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
Nuclear diplomacy. Jonathan, how does the current framework kind of compare with the previous agreements that we have seen between the U.S. and Iran regarding Iran's nuclear?
Honestly, live now from Fox, kind of cool, kind of boring, blah. They let him out and this happened. Let's see what Asman's talking about.
This should have been a routine stop. Let me guess it wasn't.
What's up, man? How you doing? Your tags for your car.
I bet this is one of those situations that they had let this guy out of jail after he had done terrible things. I'm going to bet you that's what this is all about.
Yeah. I mean, I think just arrest him.
Just by the look of him. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Taking one look at this guy and I'm thinking, this guy is trouble. I take one look at this guy and I'm thinking, dude, this man is trouble. Yeah.
I mean, we don't. What is this here?
Probably at the house. Huh? Probably at the house. Probably. Is this your car? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you see your driver's license and the registration. My license is in my. I'm sorry. My license is in my bag. Okay. Can I grab it? Yeah.
You're gonna pull out a gun?
Oh shit, dude. Oh my god. That is so fucked up, dude. See, this is why I'm on the side of cops. I'm on the cops' side. Because honestly, without cops, we would have douchebags like that piece of crap. That's why you don't let them reach in the bag. You don't let them reach in the bag. You tell them to get the fuck out of the car. And when they're out of the car, you say, where the hell's your license and registration? Take one look at that guy. That's so fucked up, dude.
Damn.
Is the RP advising of a gunshot?
Oh my god.
They're advising that there's bleeding from the head.
Holy shit.
They did say they were shot. Unknown about a GSW at this point.
Right here. God damn.
The helmet is on. They're not responding at all, and they appear to have a pulse.
So the cop is okay? Okay, that's good, man. As long as the cop ends up being okay, man. I am so sick of these judges letting these pieces of crap loose on the street, dude. I am so fucking sick of it.
Okay, it's blocked out.
Isaiah.
Holy shit.
Isaiah, can you hear us, brother? Can you hear me? Isaiah, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Hey, listen to me. Can you hear me? No.
We take the shot and I was walking right there in my
Oh my god.
black truck with a.
This has been a random neighborhood too. Shot him dead.
Can we get this off? I got nowhere. I don't have anything. No idea what happened. I don't know if he's. I can't tell if he's breathing or not.
Get them back. Have them scoot back.
I can't tell if he's breathing. I got a lot coming out.
Oh my god.
That's so fucked up, dude. That's. I mean, this makes me fucking angry. This makes me fucking angry.
AED now.
Automated external defibrillator?
Got it.
Holy shit.
Give me somebody to hold his head. Yes, he looks to the face.
Officers' body cams abruptly cut as 32-year-old Deputy Isaiah Cordero
Oh my god. That is so fucking... Jesus Christ.
would later be pronounced dead, sparking a massive manhunt for his killer. Investigators cross-referenced Officer Cordero's body cam footage with flock cameras in the area and positively identified the murder.
I feel like really, like, the guy that shot him is just stupid, too. Because, like, if you kill a cop, that's like an instant 5 stars. Like, everybody knows this. So, like, if he had just driven off and only had one cop chasing him, he probably would have had a higher chance of getting away. It's just
It's just stupid. It's disturbing. See, this is why I say refund the police. Refund the police. Because here's the problem. These stupid judges keep letting these repeat offending criminals out on the streets to do shit like this. And honestly, those judges have a lot of blood on their hands. Those stupid frickin' judges have a lot of blood on their hands.
Insane to do that. Like, what a fucking idiot.
As 44-year-old William McKay, who had ties to an outlaw biker gang based out of Southern California, as well as a violent criminal history.
Why was he out?
He stabbed their dog about a year ago.
Officers circulated a description of McKay and his vehicle, and less than 2 hours later, an off-duty officer spotted him traveling south on the 15.
Now's the time. We're gonna pit him.
Nope.
Chris, it is spikes coming from the shoulder or center divider.
You'll see why.
Get to the center, it's the car point.
I'm gonna move up and cut this
Alright,
off.
these are approximately 55, still no traffic, number 1 and 2 lanes.
All units be advised, there is going to be heavy traffic approaching you.
Bearcat coming up behind you guys.
Traffic approximately a half a mile.
Holy
Still
shit.
Eastbound, number 3 lanes, please occupy.
Yeah, I hope this guy gets... I hope this guy gets what he deserves, dude. Like I said, we are all sick and tired of these BS judges letting...
Keep an eye out for spikes.
I don't see anybody. I don't see any. I think he said Golden West. We're up. That's past traffic.
That's going to be approaching heavy traffic. Speeds are approximately 50, number 3 lane.
Let that Bearcat up.
I feel like, I mean, you just, like... There's, like, no way you're gonna get away.
Dude, that is a lot of cop cars. Dude.
Hey, like, look at this guy. Like, what does he think's gonna happen?
You see stats? I don't see him. I don't see him.
I live here, by the way. It happens on a weekly. Really?
What'd he say? He's coming up to the spikes.
Is that the spikes right there?
Okay, the vehicle just went over the spikes.
And what happened?
Spikes are clear, vehicle still. Number 1 lane, speeds are approximately 25.
McGuire, get behind Shane. Guys behind us, make room for the Bearcat.
The Bearcat?
The vehicle has flat tires to the rear. The vehicle is approximately going
Holy shit.
40 miles an hour, number 1 lane.
You want to get notch cuffs with 5 stars Grand Theft Auto? Yeah.
44, the front 2 are deflated.
Not even armed robbery, gets same response when the officer gets shot. Oh, pro!
Guys in the slow lane, move left. Bearcat's trying to get through.
Oh, shit.
Dude.
Okay, vehicle is number 1 lane approaching.
Really satisfying? Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see them get this. Dude, honestly, it just pisses me off, dude, because it's like... You know, I understand there are people out there that are not fans of cops or whatever, fine. But I'm not a fan of criminals. All right? And honestly, without police, I'm not saying we should be a completely police-run state or anything like that, but we need police. So to any of you idiots who are saying defund the police, you're morons. You're stupid people. You're low IQ individuals.
You guys, you are approaching heavy traffic to a stop.
Do you see a Bearcat? I see a Bearcat.
I'm assuming that's like some sort of like tech.
I think he's going to come up on the right. So
It's like an interceptor.
No, it's in the carpool lane. Approaching. Coming up on heavy traffic, just merge to number 2.
It's a Bearcat. Yeah. It's like an interceptor type armored truck. Yeah. Oh shit. Oh shit.
It was merged from the number 2, number 3. Looks like we're going to be getting off.
The tank? Yeah, they're bringing in the tank on him, bro.
Possibly exiting at Riverdale.
Hey, Bearcat's trying to get in front of here.
That's it.
Shane, let that Bearcat in front of you.
Wire, move.
Watch the FedEx truck. Got it. We're all stopped on the left-hand side. Got it.
Oh shit.
There's the Bearcat, dude. That thing's huge. Is that a tank?
Oh shit. And now he's in traffic too. He's fucked.
Northbound Riverdale over the number 2 lane.
It's heavy traffic and back on
Oh, that's smart. He got away that way. Didn't expect
Too much
that.
congestion here, fellas, but when it's safe to do so, we're going to pit him with the Bearcat.
Surely he's going to get away. Surely he can get away.
Heavy traffic along the shoulder of the
What an idiot.
This is going to clear up. Okay? Because they're stopping them. They're going to be holding them up here.
This might be one of the most insane police chases I've ever seen, dude. This is actually kind of wild. Holy freaking crap. Honestly, unbelievable.
Okay, so along the shoulder, continuing.
Why is it so slow? They're probably not doing things that are like more aggressive in order to maintain the safety of everybody else. So they don't cause a wreck or something like that. That's why they're probably not shooting at him or, trying to ram him off the road.
It was in the emergency lane on the side of like a retaining wall.
Yeah, I mean, like, realistically, that's why.
Canal, in between Canal and the 60 westbound.
Damn, dude, this is insane.
When
When is this thing ending, dude?
This is where it happened.
Crossing over Pacific, approaching Valley.
What an idiot.
Or if he's got friendlies here, or...
And still right shoulder of the freeway, 30 miles per hour, heavy traffic. Going to be going over Pacific here. Next exit is going to be Valley Way in about
What the fuck?
half mile.
Can't make it back.
That's brutal.
No,
Is he riding on
he
rims?
bails to
Yeah.
the house.
Just TOS?
Based on the totality.
They cleared out a lot of it.
We gotta stop him from doing that.
2 lane now, in between a couple lanes, about 40 miles per hour, and traffic's opened up a little bit.
For the trailing units, start braking traffic in anticipation of a pit coming soon.
Stand by for a pit.
I don't know what they're waiting on doing.
The Pyrite exit here.
Yeah, I have no idea how they get these guys.
Coming out of the rear tire, just lost
Oh.
the driver's side rear tire.
That's one gone. Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
Try that pit. We may be going too fast now.
And there it
Oh, there goes the front.
is.
That's another tire.
Okay, just smoke coming from that passenger front
Holy
tire.
shit.
He just lost that on the freeway.
He's still going. I mean, the dude's riding on rims, dude. Dude is riding on rims. That is crazy. All right, let's keep rolling.
Passing the Pyrite.
God damn.
Going towards Pedley.
Bro, you saw that one, that cop car? Look at that. Watch this guy.
Just lost that on the freeway.
Immediately dodges that shit. That was impressive.
Going towards Pedley exit.
So remember, this turns into a
That truck is still going, dude.
It's like a quarter-second response
This
time.
is backdrop with the freeway on the left. Yeah. We've got this concrete barrier, so it's a good backdrop, but keep the shots
Dude was locked in.
low if needed.
Over the bridge at Pyrite.
Cameras in the window. Y'all saw it.
About
I checked.
50 miles per hour and light traffic.
So he's got rear left, rear passenger tires good, and it looks like the front driver's side tires are about to go.
Yeah, it's
50
off.
miles per hour moving into the.
I'm surprised he's still even going that fast with the car.
Traffic.
This dude is a danger to all these poor people up here ahead.
Yeah, because he's a psycho.
Everyone, looks like you have light traffic all the way up to the 60. No, in between the car pulling at number 1 lane, light traffic.
Starting to slow down a little bit.
Holy shit.
Yeah, 50.
It looks like number 2 lane speeds are about
Wait,
50.
Dude, the Bearcat's coming.
You said just saying it's pretty much this justified?
Romero and Ennis, you guys
Well, let me
stay
see.
on the right
I
side
don't know
of the
what
Bearcat.
justified. I don't even know what happened.
Dave, myself, and
Just shoot a missile at it. They don't want to hurt other people in the area.
60 miles
That's
per
the reason
hour
why.
And very light traffic. And they got the other side of the freeway shut down traffic.
Dude, how much longer can that truck go on? The tires is...
It's impressive, honestly. Really? Yeah. I mean, it's impressive that car's still going.
Yeah, the dude. Oh, that is wild.
of about 7 units plus canines at Bearcat.
A few cars that entered the freeway at this on-ramp, but other than that, no
It's a good commercial, yeah.
Westbound, number 2 lane, about 50 miles per hour.
If he falls into pit speed, we can pit him on this off-ramp if it's possible.
Yeah.
It's like entering the 15 off-ramp. I'll advise north or south here in a second.
It's going 15 south. All right. 15 south. It's better than 15 north.
South now.
Holy shit. Send him off the edge.
Looks like his brake lights are on the off-ramp. He's on the bridge.
You don't want to send him off the edge, because if you send him off the edge, he could topple on top of another vehicle that's going down below. So that's not exactly a good idea.
Right now, brake lights are on. Slowing
Oh,
down.
he's crashing out big time. You see, he can barely control the car.
About 10 miles per hour right now.
Oh.
Hit him. Successful? No. He's still going.
Entering onto the I-15 south here, about 35 miles per hour. Pit, 10 pit. Looks like he's
I'm actually shocked that car is still going, dude.
way down the carpool lane now.
Oh, he's going to hit him again. Yeah, I use bathroom. Okay, holy shit. God damn. All right, this truck's amazing. Yeah, holy shit. All right.
This is...
Sorry, gentlemen. This shit is intense.
This is wild.
Most of these are not even anywhere near this level of I mean, this is like, what the fuck?
About 30 miles per hour.
Yeah, I'm pretty baffled by a lot of this. This is crazy. Unbelievable.
Holy shit.
We're doing another pit. He's going to spin over here, bro. So I got you. You can go right into us. I got you. You just watch it.
Be careful bunching up, fellas. Careful bunching up, because if he TCs, we don't want a TC.
Right into us. I got you. We're going to have a little warning. I got good
Copy, passing under Cantu, approaching Lemonade.
His rims are disintegrated. Should tell me pretty sure.
Hey, Patrol Black and Whites, I need you guys to fall out.
It's like 5 stars in GTA 5 where the Bearcats chase you. I've never seen something like this before. I've never watched one.
He's down the rim, so we can block all that traffic entering the freeway. Carpool lane about 50 miles, 40 miles per hour now.
Launch me fairly. We got about 70 black and whites in this thing.
I want 2 waves. I want a primary pursuit package backed up by the second wave of ES units. I've got about
Emergency
7 or 8
support.
with me, and that's plenty right now. And then you guys just support us by running interference behind us.
Said the rims are gone? Yeah.
Authorized into pursuit. Only ES units authorized into pursuit.
You got
Black and whites drop out. Black and whites drop out. We have a secondary ES pursuit package behind the initial.
formula, everybody. I'm in a flow state right now, dude. I'm in a fucking flow state, dude. I got this. Perfect, dude. I figured it out, bro. I figured out the formula. Maybe. This is going to be a fun formula. I'm going to try it, okay? All right. This might be the end-all, be-all. Yeah. All right. Let's do it, dude. All right, we're ready? Oh, I said, are you ready? Yeah. Oh. Are you ready? Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got it, dude.
I mean, they're obviously, like...
Currently engaged in the pursuit, 1022. All patrol units...
I don't know why they don't just try and crash them out now. But maybe it's still just too dangerous.
Crossing under the bridge on 6, approaching second.
Alright, dude. Oh, shit.
Oh, he's smoking out.
The center divider, smoke coming out of the tail end here.
He is crashing out.
He's cooked, dude. He's cooked. He's cooked. He's cooked. He's probably gonna run.
That's it. You're done.
We got a CHP stop. The northbound traffic.
I just want to see how this thing ends,
Where's
dude.
he at? Where's he at?
Oh my God!
He's still going?
Oh my God, bro!
The truck is still going southbound very slow.
Jesus!
Through the center divider, moving all the way over to the right-hand side.
This has to be
About
AI.
15 miles per hour.
Dude, this has to be AI. There's no way. There's just no way. That has to be AI, bro. It has to be. It has to be. Unbelievable.
15 miles an hour. Shots fired.
Clear the air. He's brandishing a handgun. He's shooting.
Oh, he knows he's getting gassed out.
Brandishing and shooting a handgun.
Get ready, buddy. Get ready.
Just TC right under the bridge.
Damn. Damn. That's just like in a fucking game. Holy shit.
Are they firing at him? No way. Are they actually...
This guy's done. Wow. Terminus Swiss cheat. Oh, I wonder if he's dead yet. Hey guys, keep going. Oh, suspect's down? No way.
They might have been just firing at the vehicle, but who knows?
No way. Jesus. Holy fuck.
This is wild, man. I mean, this is honestly very, very wild. Holy crap.
God damn. Overkill them? Yeah. Throw a nade in there? Yeah.
Ball speed. We're above the bridge. Got a visual of the passenger side of the truck.
You're in charge of this team. If he goes that way, you're in charge. Got it.
I need you with your dog.
All the deputies on that side of you are code 4.
Okay, I want to take a look from the Bearcat in there so you can assess that.
Yeah, can't they just see it from the truck? They should be able to see where the guy is, right?
Here. Over here.
Carl, are you a shooter? No. Okay. Take his. You engaged? Yes. Hey, Brett, you engaged? All right, get over here. Take over.
Don't they have drones? Maybe, yeah.
Go to that tower.
No.
It's crazy they don't have a drone for this, right?
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit surprised they don't. I mean, they got the helicopter, obviously, but that's... I mean, with all the bullets that they fired at the truck, dude, I would think that he was down.
God damn.
I've got good off on. John Hazard. He is definitely injured. No movement. He's not breathing.
William McKay was found deceased. According to the autopsy report, he had a total of 12 gunshot wounds, including 6 shots to his head, another which...
6 in his head? That's pretty good. All right.
Penetrated his lungs, and a fatal shot to the neck which severed his spinal cord. A total of 79 rounds and shells were fired by officers. A search of his vehicle yielded a plastic bag containing a white powdery substance, the firearm he used to murder Deputy Cordero, numerous credit cards he fraudulently used at various locations, and his membership card to a violent white supremacist outlaw biker gang. McKay's lengthy criminal record began in 1999 when he pleaded guilty to assault with a firearm and spent 3 years in prison. In 2005, he was an accomplice to a burglary where he choked a man and smothered a woman before stealing $3,700.
My God, and this is the problem. You don't let these people out. There's got to come a point where you realize you can't let these people out of jail.
He pleaded guilty to first-degree robbery and 2 counts of assault and sentenced to 13 years in prison. In 2021, McKay and an accomplice held a woman who had been house-sitting for McKay against her will. McKay alleged that she took part in burglarizing his home, but rather than alert police, he assaulted her and bound her and her mother with duct tape and threatened to kill them. The victim managed to escape and alert San Bernardino's sheriff's deputies, who pulled him over 2 days later in a stolen truck. He and his accomplice fled into the desert where they were surrounded, and his accomplice stabbed a police canine. McKay represented himself in court after his arrest and requested a bench trial where a trial judge heard evidence and found him guilty of false imprisonment, evading a peace officer, making criminal threats likely to produce death, and receiving stolen property. According to court transcripts, the judge found him not guilty of kidnapping because the victim was not forcibly moved from where she was held. McKay's bail was reduced from $950,000 to $500,000 to remain in compliance with San Bernardino's bail schedule for a 3 strikes case. Needing to only pay 10% of the bail and allowed to use property like a house or pickup truck, McKay made bail by promising property valued at $50,000. He was arrested on a new drug charge prior to his sentencing, where he made bail again, this time for $50,000. When McKay failed to appear to his sentencing hearing, a warrant was issued and his bail was forfeited. His warrant was still active when Deputy Cordero pulled him over for not having a rear license plate. Investigators interviewed an associate of McKay who told them that he did not want to go back to prison. 1 week after his murder, Deputy Cordero was laid to rest and a memorial service was conducted in his honor.
Our son is gone. We hurt so much. My dearest Isaiah, you were taken too soon.
God damn.
And we do not know how we are supposed
Such a young
to
guy,
carry on
too.
without you.
Deputy Isaiah Cordero, ID number 5662, end of watch December 29, 2022. Motor 38, Deputy Isaiah Cordero. Rest in peace. We have it from here.
That's fucking awesome.
Dude. Yeah. Jeez.
Awful. Oh my God. Like. Jesus. Well, that's what happens. That's what happens. You let these animals out of prison, and they kill people.
Yeah, and this is one of the people always ask me, like, well, I won't say always ask me, but sometimes people ask on the chat, why is Asmund Gould so popular? Well, it's because he actually speaks truth, and the reason that people are done with the Democrats is because of things like defund the police, because of low IQ policies that piss people off. Like, one of the reasons I don't vote Democrat is because the Democrats have too many low IQ policies, and then we got these leftist judges letting terrible people out back on the street, dude. All they had to the judge who let him out has a lot of blood on their hands. The judge who let that piece of garbage out of jail has a lot of blood on her hands. He or she, whoever did it. Frustrating.
Should have never done it. Should have never fucking done it. And why are these people out? Holy fuck. Well, it's because, I said it before, I say it again, it's because we don't hold them accountable for making these decisions.
Yep, soft on crime, dude. Soft on crime.
See, the judge that made the decision to give this person bail, what's going to happen to that person?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Exactly. The judges are never held accountable at all. Well, judges have immunity.
That exactly is the problem. It's the judges and the legal system that are at fault. And until we turn
I still believe in innocent until proven guilty. Right? Innocent until proven guilty. But at the same time, we need to make sure that we have decent judges, and it's crazy. It's honestly insane to me.
The aggression, like the person like this person, like I look at these people as just animals.
Yes.
Like these people are just animals. Obviously, yeah, shoot them, kill them. That's
completely
it's done,
100%.
right?
I see where Asmon's coming from on this one. I just honestly that video just it made me sick. Fucking crazy, dude. Oh, wow. Ex-CIA official accused of stealing $40 million
CIA senior officer with top
in gold bars.
Secret level clearance has been accused of secretly stashing tens of millions of dollars in gold bars in his house that he said he needed for work-related expenses. For more on how this happened, let's bring in Fox News contributor and former CIA station chief, Dan Hoffman. So, Dan, you used to work at the CIA. How easy is it just to walk out of the CIA with a gold bar in your pocket, and how easy is it to do?
Dude, Peter Ducey is probably... Dude. Is Peter Ducey gay? I gotta know. Like, that guy is like the most in... Wow, that's actually a shocker. Yeah. That's actually a shocker.
Do that 303 times until you have $40 million worth.
Listen, I served decades at CIA, and let's be clear, these are allegations, but if they're true, I served multiple years.
I mean, this is crazy if that's true. $40 million in gold bars.
Zones behind enemy lines in the former Soviet Union. This is like one of the most unimaginably horrific scandals that I could. I mean, it's just, I don't know how he did this. You're talking about $40 million worth of gold bonds, $2 million in cash, 35 luxury watches. his home is not a secure facility. He, needless to say, shouldn't have been doing that. There are so many points of failure here. The background checks where he lied about where he went to school and that he was a U.S. Air Force pilot, neither of which were true.
So, yeah, they first off, they need to do better background checks. That's crazy. So you're saying this guy was in the CIA, and even the CIA didn't do their own due diligence into finding out this guy's backstory? Are you serious? Holy crap, the CIA is incompetent. Kind of figured.
Did he undergo security checks, polygraph? None of that has come out yet, but I'm sure that in the Congress, House, Senate, Intelligence Committees will be bearing down on this to get all the facts. It's quite serious for the CIA. Look, foreigners spy on our behalf and often risk their lives in doing so because they trust us to protect the protected information, the intelligence that they're giving us. And when we have a scandal like this, it calls that into question.
And you just mentioned this in the affidavit. This guy had 35 luxury watches, mostly Rolexes. What's up with that? Is that a spy thing? We know James Bond always had a nice watch. Now it's Omega. It used to be Rolex. What's the deal with the watches?
Gotta have a good watch, dude, if you're gonna be a secret agent. You know, I don't know. I have no idea. That's crazy, though. It still blows my mind, man. It really does. It's kind of crazy.
I don't know. I had a Casio. No, we don't use that. Look, and I can tell you, I can't tell you the budget for the CIA, but that's a healthy amount of money. And so the question is, who in the chain of command at CIA was signing off on this? And what was he doing with it? Whom was he going to pay? And why were we doing this with gold bonds? Typically, gold bars. Typically, we would pay our sources in cash. That would meld into whatever else they're doing with the money. But gold bars are arguably easier to track. So none of this makes a whole lot of sense. The fact that he was in the Directorate of Science and Technology, and there's no indication he was trained to conduct clandestine operations. The CIA is a secret place. We meet sources, and you've got to undergo a lot of training before you pay a source to do something clandestine. There's no indication he was trained to do this either.
And you were just getting at this. There are some former spies who are not convinced that this would be possible for one random guy, random spy. The New York Post has this. Former CIA Staff Operations Officer Tracy Walder was baffled over the stunning allegations against Russia and believes they could point to a much more troubling issue within the agency. This would have been a large-scale lying cover-up. Dan, what do you think?
Look, there are clearly others who are involved here. We'll just have to wait for those shoes to drop. But I can't imagine that, again, his chain of command going up pretty high, given the amount of money that we're talking about here, was in the know. And ultimately, it's the responsibility of Director CIA Ratcliffe. And now he's going to spend a lot of time on this. And look, everything's a zero-sum game. If he's worried about this flap, then he might not have as much time as we might like for him to focus on Iran or terrorist threats or Venezuela or Cuba or China or North Korea or Russia. So that's the additional challenge we face. The Congress will be focused on this, and he's going to have to answer a lot of questions in the coming days and weeks ahead.
And it sounds like this defendant was first on the radar of investigators because they were upset about a $70,000 discrepancy basically with his time card. They went in and found $40 million worth.
That is so crazy, though. I don't understand how that's possible. I don't understand how that's possible. Maybe the CIA is just super incompetent. They like to act like they're competent, but that just blows my mind. 40 million in gold bars, dude. Come on, man. Come on.
Stuff. Are spy agencies that loose with their money?
No. I mean, I can tell you from my own experience that
I'm blown away, bro. Oh no, I can't watch that anymore. That's just so crazy. That's just levels of incompetence. Oh God, look at this. See, it's people like this. Look at this. How much do you Jordan Peterson hate incel culture and postmodernism? I'm gonna give this a dislike.
Hey guys, I wanted to make a video about Jordan Peterson.
Oh my God, dude. I think we just struck gold. I think we just struck a new channel. His name is Chase Knapp. I'm going to get this guy famous, but not in a good way. Yeah. let's. Oh my God. So what do you guys think? This is let's watch this. This is soy, dude. I love soy.
Peterson today, and basically I want to address.
Oh my God.
Jordan Peterson hate on the internet. You see a lot of memes and criticisms of Jordan Peterson, and criticisms are all fine and dandy, but I think a lot of it is.
I mean, I like Jordan Peterson. I think he's great. I wonder if this is going to be. Oh my God, maybe this is. Is this a pro Jordan Peterson video? Because this guy just seems so. I don't even know what this is.
Kind of based in hatred. And I want to
oh my God,
talk about that.
Oh boy.
So
he's got a nice keyboard though. I'm looking at that keyboard. He's got a nice keyboard. I'll give him props on that.
Jordan Peterson, I think, has.
Oh boy.
I want to say he's made a great impact on my life, but truthfully, you know, I had to
clean your room.
Do work.
You gotta clean your room. Yeah, he does have a nice room though. I mean, his room does look pretty tidy, but you gotta clean your room. I'm about to cry.
Work on my end to sort of gather what he's offering. There's a part on my end, you know, it's not a sort of thing where, you know,
I do like Jordan Peterson, by the way. Like, I'm a fan. I do make fun of him a little bit, but I don't know what the hell this channel is. I don't even know what we're reacting to, and I'm pretty sad that we're doing it.
He's like some servant.
I have zero clue what this is, dude.
Provide me some radical utility, you know, just by turning on a lecture of his.
I'll admit, man, I mean, this he might have a little low T. I'm not gonna, you know, I think he does. He might. Granted, don't we all? Just, you know, I don't know. Just work out a little bit more.
No. I have watched his videos for a number of years now, and I still watch his videos, and I still really like Jordan Peterson. And I believe a lot of the hate you see online, a lot of the things you see online are.
I'm extremely bored, but hey, at least he's starting from somewhere. Maybe Chase Knapp is going to be the next big thing, you guys. Chase Knapp is going to be the next big thing. I doubt it, but we'll see.
Pretty much people that don't really understand him and his work, and really it's a lot of people who are disgruntled because he's not.
Well, Jordan Peterson does promote personal responsibility. Like, that is actually a thing that Mr. Peterson does. Granted, I love it. I love personal responsibility, personal accountability. Look, the only person you're really accountable to at the end of the day is yourself. Personal responsibility is a big deal, and I think that's the one thing in our culture that just is totally dead.
A savior. I think that's really kind of what it gets to. People find the advice of cleaning your room and going on an all-meat diet. People take actual high offense to those tidbits of advice. You know, a lot of people don't want advice.
Dude, this might be even more insufferable than a Tomorrow's Teachings episode, dude. You know, at least Tomorrow's Teachings is entertaining. This is, oh boy. I don't know. You know, I love helping out small channels. And who knows? Maybe this kid will end up getting enough people watching his show. Because my show got big because a lot of people hated my show. Like, seriously. One of the reasons my show got so big was the amount of hatred towards my takes. Now, granted, we have a lot of brony bros who love the channel. But we also have a lot of brony bros who hate the channel, too. All right? Annie says, this guy doesn't have a personality. He's putting me to sleep. What are we even watching, Garza? So honestly, here's the thing. This guy just popped up on my feed. He popped up on my homepage, and I was like, okay, he's talking about Jordan Peterson. All right, let's see. And it turns out, this is...
And a lot of people will find advice insulting. The thing
I like JP, by the way. I'm a Jordan Peterson fanboy. Granted.
Is that those bits of advice, like clean your room and you know, like his diet of where he doesn't eat any sugar, he doesn't eat any processed food, he's eliminated all
I still think you need vegetables in your diet, though. Personally speaking, I mean, like, look, I obviously talk to a doctor or a dietitian or whatever, but I don't know. I still think you need vegetables and stuff. That's my personal opinion.
all the harmful foods, really. And he just eats meat, and yeah, and that's pretty much what he does now. And a lot of people who've done that say positive things about it, and a lot of people find that unbelievable. A lot of people they say it's unscientific, that it's a harmful diet to follow. It's dangerous advice. You know, I've heard many epithets levied, judgments, libel against Jordan Peterson and his daughter. I know someone who called Michaela Peterson a fascist, someone in my family, and this person hasn't. I know they haven't really sat down to watch their videos. They just got that.
This is so insufferable, dude. This might be the... I'm sorry, you guys. I usually don't apologize on this channel, but this is this might be the most insufferable. You know, honestly, I think we just found our new tomorrow's teachings. This is tomorrow's teachings right here. You know what? I'm going to leave a comment. I just reacted to your show on my show, on my live stream. You inspire me like tomorrow's teachings. Thank you, my brony. I'll just put, thank you, my good man. That's what I put. I just reacted to your show on my live stream. You inspire me like tomorrow's teachings. Thank you, my good man. Oh my God. What is happening here?
They got that opinion probably off of some article, social media. Michaela Peterson is a fascist. All these people are fascists. And they run with it. And
this is just so bad, dude. I can't watch any more of this, dude. I can't watch any more of that. That was pretty rough, dude. I'll admit it. Now, I don't, by the way, if he ever watches this stream, I actually do. I want to encourage this guy to keep making YouTube videos. I really do. But that was bad. And look, by the way, I just want to let you know, Chase, when I first started YouTube, I sucked ass too. You're going to suck at what you're doing at first, especially if it's something you're not used to. But anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. So I do want to encourage you, Chase, to keep making videos, keep improving, watch your own videos, see what you need to improve on. And that's it. You know, I really do want to help this. I actually want to help this guy out, believe it or not. I think his takes, I don't know what he's even talking about. But yeah, his takes are bad. But I got to admit, I think he's got potential. The kid's got potential. All right. So anyway, hopefully the guy's got potential. But that was rough, dude. That was a rough video. Well, I think I may end up. Hold on. Oh shit! Priest breaks down the demonic rituals.
Do you believe
That's
that
getting the elite. Oh my God.
since Genesis 6 says this process of the sons of God impregnating the daughters of man is still ongoing, do you think that happens now?
I mean, it certainly could. Yeah, it certainly could. Like we said, it was 80 years ago. We know they were doing a similar sort of thing with the Japanese emperor. There's no reason it couldn't. There's no reason the attendant later rituals with human sacrifice and things couldn't be going on.
Because they're just glimpses of it. I mean, what's interesting about the Epstein files, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be the last video that I react to. I'll be doing a show a little bit later on today, but this will be the last video I react
to the extent I have read them are only hinting at various things, and you have no idea exactly what it means. It is like reading an esoteric text. It's like you're not read in, so you don't really interpret it clearly. But there is a fixation on blood, on genetics, and there seems to have been that for since the time that we're talking about. Like blood, human sacrifice, sex, not just for pleasure, or reproduction, but as a ritual. Like these are ongoing motifs through
I
human
wouldn't be surprised if that. I'm pretty sure that crap was happening on the Stein Island, dude.
history, right?
Aleister Crowley's a real person. Yeah.
100%. But I mean, the Incas were doing the same thing that, I don't know, some remote African tribe was doing, the Canaanites were doing. It's like everyone's doing the same thing, is fixated on the same 4 or 5 themes.
I am by no means a flat earther, but early NASA, there was some weird stuff with some of those scientists.
Oh, big time.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's definitely right. That and
well, so but I guess what I'm saying is if different cultures at different times throughout history are focused on exactly the same kind of non-obvious ideas, like the spirit world breeds with people, technology comes from the spirit world, blood is somehow magical, human sacrifice is like the source of power. Like who would think of these things? Like nobody.
This isn't a coincidence that just
that's what I'm saying.
They all have
that
the same
they're
bad
rooted
idea.
in some kind of reality that
and it's a like I said, that you're going to embody and participate in something, right, spiritually, and as Christianity has receded and been lost in quote unquote Western countries, right, we should expect more and more of that to come intruding back in because that's the other option, frankly.
No, you would expect something brand new, and like people would think of like a new religious expression that isn't based on human sacrifice, but they never have.
Right. Well, if it was just humans making it up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's
but
obvious.
If not, then,
it's obvious to me. I mean, I'm not a priest unlike you, so maybe this like I'm just figuring this out, but like clearly human sacrifice does bring dark power to the people who commit it.
Yes.
Like, duh?
Yes, yeah.
Well, yeah, you're a piece of crap if you're doing any sacrifice. I don't know. I've never understood sacrifice rituals. This is one of the reasons why I'm not a religious guy, because a lot of religions fixated on this, and it just always bugged me.
They weren't doing this stuff because it didn't work. Right? They were having some kind of experience. They were having some kind of, something was happening there.
So witchcraft is real.
It's called psychosis. You're a psychopath. I think if you are willingly doing those sort of sacrifices,
small wiener gang,
you're a psychopath. Thank you, Mark Aurelius. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Mucho apreciado. Everybody give a shout out to Mark Aurelius.
Small wiener gang
on the screen, man. Thank you very much, man. Hell yeah, bro. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and when you read just purely pagan sources, right, they're kind of honest about it. Right? And this stuff is so we've received the classics through the Enlightenment, which means we purge all the, not just anything quote unquote supernatural, but even religious elements.
Okay.
There's still people publishing books talking about how Plato and Aristotle were not religious. right? You know, they represent these sort of, because the figures of the Enlightenment sort of recast the ancient philosophers as versions of them. You know, it's
Yeah, I think they were religious back in the day. I think practically everybody was. I believe that.
since they had rejected the religion of their time. Well, clearly, someone like Plato or Aristotle can't have accepted the religion of their time.
They were like enthusiastic polytheists.
Yes. Yeah. Aristotle's school was in a temple of Apollo, right?
Yeah.
They were on board. They nuanced things, right? But I mean, in Plato's dialogue, Socrates talks about how he has this demon, this daemon, this spirit that dwells within him and whispers wisdom to his soul. Right?
Yeah.
There's no...
That's crazy.
You know, it's Christians who come along and say that's a bad
Laugh out
thing.
loud.
Right? And then post-Christian...
Hey, thank you, Magic Man, for the 100 for 2 jewels. I much appreciate it. Anybody who wants to send any gifts, it does help the channel in a lot of ways.
Christian Enlightenment people say, oh, well, that's silly, so we'll just
it's
ignore
not
it.
a thing.
Right? But they're very honest about it, right? I mean, ancient authors are very honest. What's happening at the Bacchanalia, the actual Bacchanalia, is people are being possessed by the Bacchae, by these spirits, and participating in drug and alcohol-induced orgies, right, in public.
Oh, my God.
So
Wow, it sounds like my show. I was going to say it sounds like the Michael Garza Show.
Feast.
Again, the point of it is not just sex for pleasure. Like, let's go get laid. The point of it is to commune with demons. Or
Right. It
spirits.
is part of the, yes, these spirits are possessing them. Right.
God, that's so weird. I mean, the level of psychosis, it's just wild.
Taking possession of them, taking over their body, and participating in these things. That's what they say they were doing.
Well, I think of the remaining world religions that we know about that are practiced in public, only Haitian voodoo and African voodoo is honest about that.
Talks that openly.
Voodoo. Talking about the voodoo.
About
it talks that openly about
some
it. Right?
forms of Hinduism, but
Okay.
They aren't prevalent in the West, right, outside of India. Right. Yeah.
But certainly in Haiti, like there's human sacrifice. It's denied in the United States media for whatever reason, but talk to any Haitian about it.
It happens. Yeah.
Oh, it's the center of the religion.
Yeah.
Right. But the point of it is not just to kill kids for its own sake. The point of it is to receive spiritual power.
Yeah. It's still fucked up.
Yeah.
Makes my stomach turn.
I mean, I'm down in southern Louisiana, so I'm not
just
that far
thinking
from...
about it, man. That makes my stomach turn, and it's disgusting. Yeah, it's disgusting, man. That is fucking morbid. Wow. Insanity, man.
That still goes on. I mean, of course it does.
Yeah.
So, what are we to understand about the Nephilim now?
Yeah, I think it is this possibility that's at the end of that chain of yielding to sin and wickedness, right?
Yes.
This is the anti-saint.
Right.
Right. This is what happens when we not only don't find our full humanity in Christ, but give up our humanity in favor of something else that twists and distorts our humanity. And so, yeah, it is.
Magic Man says it sounds like a swingers club in any city. Oh, it kind of does, doesn't it? Fucking weird, dude.
This dark possibility, and there are people out there who have gone that far. I sometimes get asked, as someone who is that far gone, can they repent? Right? Can they turn back? And it's sort of, well, with God, all things are possible, right? Like I don't see how, but with
Maybe.
God, all
and hopefully. I mean, it's just wow. I just don't know how you can come back from I don't know. I just think once you get to the point of sacrificing children, I think that's where it's I don't think redemption's possible. I think sacrificing anybody like that is it just doesn't make sense to me. And it's so warped and morbid to me that pisses me off more than anything. Fuck.
All things are possible, right? But an awareness that is a dark possibility, and that it is something that happens. There are people doing this. I said not long after the full Epstein files got released, I said on my podcast, I said, well, we now know that the world is run by demon worshiping pederasts, sort of like it has been since the Roman Empire.
Yes,
right?
or before,
right? And Christians were able to operate right during that time in a world that
that's unbelievable, man. It makes me sick to my stomach. I don't even like thinking about it. This is gross. All right, you guys, before we sign off, if you can, please send us a, you don't have to, it's never a requirement, but at the end of the show, we do like to ask that you guys send a gift. Even if it's small, it's not a requirement. I never like to pressure anybody. I am not about pressuring people to send gifts. In fact, if anything, I do like to heavily encourage it, obviously, or become a channel member. It's only 99 cents a month. If you want to become a channel member, we greatly appreciate it. Because just even the simple act of becoming a member of the show really helps the show out in many, many ways. So if you guys want to become a channel member, 99 cents a month. We do have some exclusive content that I think you guys will find interesting, but it does support the channel more than anything. So I try to keep the membership costs low because I don't really like diving into people's pockets that much. Even doing gifts, I feel a little bit bad about. So I prefer if people just become members, that works. But because I do give members a lot of shout outs. Like I tend to read your comments more than anything if you're a member. So channel members definitely get some priority here. So Hannibal keeps copying and pasting his same stupid talking points, which kind of suck, by the way. All right, you guys. Well, I will tell you what. I'm going to go take a walk because I definitely need to get a walk in. Going to get some sunshine today, and we're going to go from there. But I do want to thank you guys for tuning into the show. You guys are amazing. We currently have 10,685 subs. Once again, we're at 10,685 subscribers. We're kicking butt. We're taking names. Not afraid to say that, dude. Not afraid to say that we're rocking it, dude. We're rocking it out of the park, bro. We're kicking booty. Jason, there is no way to find out addresses. No. But if you become a member, it does help the channel. Like I said, 99 cents a month. You can opt out at any time. You don't have to be a permanent member, but we do like to encourage people to become members because, like I said, it helps the show out. It helps us out a lot, man. So, all right, you guys. Hey, we're at 10,685 subs. We're almost to 10,700. So, don't forget to subscribe and let's keep on going. Let's keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. Let's go. All right, catch y'all later. Whoa. What's this person saying? Melissa is saying that Trump supporters... Whoa, no, we're not. Sounds like you're projecting. Melissa, I think you're projecting. I think there's levels of projection here. Yeah, I think you're projecting. You're definitely projecting. Melissa's projecting. Waffle Jackson, thank you so much, Brony. Magic Man, love you. Thank you so much. We got Annie. Thank you so much, Annie. E.T., love you, bro. Frog Eat Frog, love you too. You guys are amazing. But Jason Beatrice, thank you so much. Love you, bro. All right. Anyway, you guys have an incredible rest of the day. I will see you guys a little bit later.